What is happening, friends of CCP Podcasting Productions? Welcome to a very special Behind the Curtain. I guess we're just going to call this Behind the Curtain Shit Show. 'Cause I have a feeling that's what's about to happen. Eric the Lariat Steele, brother. It is, it's usually, like 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday when we are sitting down and doing our show.
That it is.
However, this is one that we have been trying to do, I think, for so long that we've decided to forego a show tomorrow morning just so that we can present this show tonight. This is one that over on the YouTube channel, we were pushing for 500 subscribers till the algorithm went all shitty and screwed up, and we stopped posting there for a little bit, and we hit the milestone here on Twitch last week, and we did that great milestone Dusty versus the Horseman episode that's popped 1,300 hits in 3 days on YouTube, brother. So congratulations.
Oh man, I didn't realize it got that high.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Last time I looked, it was like right at 1,000.
It hit 1,000 in about a day and a half. And it generated almost 20 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So congratulations to you, sir, and to myself, because that was a really good show. And we do have a follow-up to that coming next Saturday morning at 7:30. Brother, tell me, how's life? How's things going with you before we get into, Jesus, I don't even know how to call this, but how's life treating you?
I'm doing good, man. I tried using a Chromebook to go off the left and get everything for the new computer I'm using tonight. Got a little bit bigger screen, so I can just feast my eyes even more on what we're about to watch.
I'm just saying, we're gonna watch the show in its entirety, guys. Shout out in the room, Max Stone, Salem Shepherd's here. Lexi's here. Peter Vaughn is here. Pete, congratulations on that TPW Hall of Fame induction, brother.
Everybody is wanting to watch this show tonight.
I mean, it's a train wreck. It's a train wreck waiting to happen. It's like a Springer episode that I haven't seen in, I'm telling you, probably 20 years, brother.
It's probably been that long since I've watched it. I'm actually going to fix my lights real quick.
You go ahead and do your thing. And
right.
while the Lariat's fixing his stuff, I'm going to take his camera offline real quick. And when he pops back in, we'll go ahead and get started. Are you guys excited for what is dubbed the worst wrestling event ever? Because that's kind of what we have on deck.
I think that made it worse.
It did, because now I can't even see you. They can't even see you.
Can't even see me at all now.
They can't even see your
All right, I'm going to fix them back.
You almost had what's the Inspector Gadget? The villain on Inspector Gadget, wasn't he always lurking in the shadows? Am I wrong? Correct me in the chat. Dr. Claw. Max Stone for the win. Dr. Claw.
All right.
I was just saying while you were going to adjust your lights that you kind of had the Inspector Gadget villain thing going on as you sat in the darkness. Although they didn't see it.
I get one of my cats up here.
They didn't see it at home, but I did, and that's all that matters. Listen, guys, before we get started, I do want to go ahead and throw this out there. If you see the bottom of the Lariat's name badge there, he's got his Twitter account for the channel, as does John Cable, who's at Fireside Cable. Devil and Knights is at Fireside Knight. Goth is at Fireside Goth. Eric decided to be the only one different, so huge shout out to him for making it more difficult for me to make tags. But this is just a piece of what we have going on with the channel, because big things are happening, guys. I'm telling you, and it's really exciting times to be a part of the little adventure that we have going on. I can go ahead and 100% confirm that we will be shooting an interview with Riot City Wrestling's Redshaw. It's an indie promotion out of Australia within the next couple of weeks. We're going to be looking to put that out probably the end of the month. And then I can also confirm Canadian independent star Frankie the Mobster, the Beast King. We'll be doing an interview with him. And I would imagine that more interviews are going to be coming, guys. We told you that this thing was going to pick up, and it's because of you guys that this is a thing. And I mean that wholeheartedly, because you guys share our shit. You out there, you promote us, you help us, you're here when we're doing our programs. And that's why we do this, and that's why Eric and I are going to put ourselves through the torture of watching the heroes of wrestling. I think I'm through killing time. I'm through shilling out the plugs. I'm ready to jump into this if you are, sir.
I'm ready, man. As ready as I'll ever be.
Truer words never been spoken. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and crack open a vanilla Coke here.
Let me just make sure that the volume is... Okay, so I need to turn the volume down. Sorry, guys. I'll have the screen fixed here in a second. This is a shout-out to Gorilla Monsoon there, who had just passed not too long before the show aired.
Since then, the Mississippi Gulf.
So this is like right before Gorilla. Yeah, I saw the little Gorilla here.
And in just a short time, live.
It was right after he passed.
Magic, a fury that could match that of Hurricane Camille just may erupt once again. For tonight, live, the mega event.
Here we go, man. For better or worse.
Legendary.
Oh, man. I think I haven't watched this since like right after it happened. What was this, 2002, 2003?
1999. So, for perspective purposes...
Is there comparing yourself to a 1999?
1999.
Wow. Comparing yourself to a natural disaster was definitely an interesting choice, Maxstone.
Good evening, everyone.
I was a junior in high school when this show came out.
Mississippi, and welcome to a historic.
Yeah, I would have been a freshman in high school year, 1999. There's probably people watching this who weren't even born.
Nothing ever. This
it makes me feel kind of old.
Monumental stuff.
Sorry, I gotta fix this volume one more time, guys.
At the Casino Magic in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
So the
Dutch Mantel.
Dirty Dutch, brother.
Yeah. I do love me some Dutch Mantel.
Listen, I want to.
And he said this.
I want to give you a huge shout out for turning me on to his podcast.
I love me some Dutch Mantel commentary. He talked about how rough this pay-per-view was to do, but the guy he was with didn't know anything about professional wrestling.
What's happening? Sister Paige is in the house. My sister just popped in, Chad. What's going on? So I do want to point out...
His podcast is awesome.
I just want to point out that as we're seeing the opening graphics, which is the most I saw of the show, and then I fast-forwarded to the end to make sure it was all there. I want to point out that every match is a grudge match. Every match on this card is a grudge match.
Julio Fantastico, he was still pretty young in this time. Too Cold Scorpio, yes, Max Stone, I love Too Cold Scorpio. But Julio Fantastico, he was in TNA in the early days, and I don't really know. I think he was in ECW near the end of ECW. He was there on the same time as like Easy Money and Chris Hamrick. I don't think he was in WCW before it closed. This is like the only good match on the show here.
The Express versus Horseman grudge match. I can't remember which one's coming up that they say is like the super gigantic grudge match. It's hilarious.
No Mercy grudge match.
Hello, Abdullah the Butcher and the One Man Gang. Shout out Sexy Southpaw.
Yeah.
Well, Harvey Marks popped in. Kristen, you run and tell Ava I said Happy New Year and give her a big old hug and a sloppy kiss from me.
Cowboy Bob Orton.
We got Captain Lou Albano on this show. This is going to be great.
The ultimate grudge match.
That's it. This is the ultimate grudge match.
The ultimate.
Jake the Snake Roberts against the Anvil Neidhart, one of the strongest men in all of wrestling. Jake the Snake, undoubtedly one of the meanest.
A special grudge match.
Question: so when did Jake and Jim Neidhart ever have a feud that warranted a grudge match? I'm just curious here.
That's what I was kind of wondering. The main event.
Who's the baddest? Who's the biggest?
The former Yokozuna.
I love that's how they have him listed. The former Yokozuna.
The former.
Yeah. We're about ready. Are you ready, Dutch?
I'm ready. I want
We're all
everybody else
ready
to be
here.
ready.
Let's go. into the square circle.
Bless Dutch Mantel's heart. He's going to try so hard here, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's Dutch Mantel's podcast. I love it, man. I'm glad he's doing good. I saw he came back. Man, that ACW that is just right down the road with me. I've worked out there I don't know how many different times. That James guy does all his interviews with.
Mm-hmm.
So I love how the ring announcer starts the show out.
Coming to the ring first, from the island of Samoa, accompanied with manager Paul Adams, Fatu.
That's clearly him holding Shawn Michaels' legs.
Samoan SWAT team.
We get the Marty Jennety, Tommy Rodgers logo for. We're starting out wrong.
Exactly. We get the graphic when he's introducing the Samoan SWAT team. Oh, this is awesome already.
It's all downhill. All down here from here, folks.
I'm saying.
On paper, you would think this is going to be a good match.
On paper, you would think this is going to be a good show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like some of these matches, I'm thinking like, bro. Even in 1999, I'm looking at some of these matches thinking they're not going to be good. Like, I wouldn't have thought One Man Gang and Abdullah the Butcher would have been good in 1999. Who's this guy?
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Teen
Good
Wolf.
show in 1989. He said good show in 1989. It's been a heck of a show in 1989.
The Samoan SWAT team coming into the squared circle.
This is Paulie Dangerously knockoff. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Who was this guy?
Well, Wally Dangerously didn't manage the original Samoan SWAT team.
Oh my god. Listen, I love professional wrestling, guys, and I'll go ahead and tell you this. I cannot guarantee that I'm going to be nice on this show. I can't. I'll try my damnedest.
I'm just waiting for Tully and Stan. And this depends on how sober Marty is, but Tommy Rodgers looks great, man. Fantastic, such a good tag team. And then Tommy Rodgers, when he was in ECW, he was still just absolutely jacked, and he could go, man. He was so good. But you just don't hear people talk about Tommy Rodgers that much anymore.
The Samoan SWAT team they don't look bad here. I mean, they're a little heavy, but they don't look terrible as long as.
Well, I mean, all those Samoans kind of look like that, Well, I mean, until you got the Usos and Roman Reigns, but that's what they all looked like forever, and they could all go and are all athletic,
This.
I'm not sure who these two are. I'd be worth a Google.
Why don't you go directly to the top of the food chain, the SST?
So, fun fact, Eric, and I can't do a show without trying to do some kind of research on it. And I was twofold as we get started. Did you know that Dirty Dutch Mantel was the third person that they asked to do color commentary for this show? And that
that sounds right, but I don't remember who else they had.
Ted DiBiase was one, and I can't remember the other one. I can't remember Gordon Soley was the other choice, but Gordon got sick.
Really?
And then Ted was booked; he couldn't do it. So they got Dutch Mantel to come in and do it.
See, but Gordon isn't he isn't a color commentary guy, Or he was a play-by-play guy.
Mm-hmm.
So is this
the more shocking fun fact that I came across? They were supposed to do 4 of these Heroes of Wrestling shows, and this was the test. And if they sold 41,000 pay-per-views, it would have been a success. Unfortunately, they sold less than 20.
How much they when I'm selling? Do you remember?
Less than 20. Less than half. It was there were 2,500 people who physically paid for this, and I do want to point out that we are probably what's a good 10 minutes into this show right now, and we've not had an opening bell at all. Oh, we saw these graphics before.
Marty Jennety, of course, longtime tag team partner Shawn Michaels, and Fantastic Tommy Rodgers, of course, a member of the Fantastic team along with Jackie Bolton, both great teams.
Right.
Here they make their way down
That's what I hate when a pay-per-view event, especially in St. Paul, like and stuff like that. We need to open. It's like these people have been waiting for so long. Talk like they're not here for that. They're not here to hear.
No, they want to get in the ring. They want to see what's going on.
Pretty looks like he's too.
You see Marty Jennety.
This was some Samu, some Savage. Was part of no idea who this is. Or just to wear some jorts, bro.
Yeah, Jennety didn't even bother to put on
He does
tights
look like he's in
tonight.
great shape.
He does look in good shape, but he didn't bother to put on fucking tights tonight. That's how seriously he took this appearance.
Yeah.
Unless he just happened to be there, and there was so much shenanigans going on. Like apparently the boys were busy getting served cocktails by the waitresses of the casino, and
I've heard many stories about that.
Brother,
Well, the Samoan SWAT team isn't wearing tights either, so maybe Marty said, if he's not wearing tights, I'm not wearing tights. They did at least put on boots. Knee pads.
thankfully.
Marty Jennety starts for his team over there.
Oh, here we go. Let's work the crowd.
Yeah, like we haven't been waiting long enough for some kind of action here. Let's do it. And let's be fair, it's not like they're wearing a robe. They can't work the robe if you don't have them. Oh, look, now we're gonna.
This is Marty Jennety. He's turned on the crowd. Out of pride here.
Man, that guy in the front row was here for it.
For Jennety and Fantastic Rodgers. And Marty Jennety's no dope. He's playing up the crowd right now.
You guys want to eat a little Cheez-It.
That's because he knows that he might get broke down like a 410 shot.
Marty Jennetty's moving around. He's floating like a butterfly ready to sting like a bee.
That's Samu. And he says, wait a minute.
Not with the SWAT team. He's about to get stomped. How big these guys are.
Like I said, there's USA chants going on, like Samoa's not an American territory. Like,
So what these guys are doing,
Max, no sir. We were not playing drinking games tonight. You will get me in trouble.
you can go into the ring with the guy, and you can look at him and tell him if he, you can tell if he's tired, if he's
I wonder how many times they're gonna bump into that casino magic
got a problem,
thing
or if he's
sitting there on the ring.
Just look in the guy's eye. Randy, I know you
I
can't
mean,
do
that's
that.
pretty.
No, you're right.
Why is it there? Like, it's
They've
sponsored.
already ran into it like twice. Yeah, it's sponsored.
Fans are into it. A cross-section of fans to all.
Samu wearing shoes or?
heroes.
Paul Adams on the outside with this.
He might be wearing wrestling shoes.
Hammering away is Samu. And look at Jennety counter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he's barefoot. Oh, nice arm drag.
Oh, what a leg kick.
What a leg kick.
What a leg kick.
A leg kick.
He just fucking called it a leg kick.
Yeah. He said this guy didn't know anything about wrestling, man.
Rodgers has the tag.
Okay. What we're gonna do? We're gonna give Rodgers and Jennety. We'll give them like round one. We'll give 'em-
Round one.
But I'm gonna tell you, before this match is over, there's gonna be a knockout.
Dutch is definitely not a miracle worker. He's got his work cut out for him.
He's trying. He is trying, man.
Yeah, I think you are.
My blue light glasses on. Be scared of this computer screen for a while, so put some blue light glasses on.
Hey, you got the keys to the room or something? I don't know what they're talking about. Something.
He's in the room
Don't
or
you
something.
think Randy Rosenblum, what they'll be talking about is what their next move is, or what their strategy is going to be.
Wonder how much money they lost on this show, man.
And Rodgers don't only have to contend with
A lot.
they also have
I mean, I know that
A
there
lot,
was,
yeah.
there was. I don't know if this was the paid attendance, but there was 2,500 people apparently on site for the actual show.
this has been passed
Family
down.
pride.
So
Man,
I
that's
mean,
not the worst ever, right?
it's not terrible, you know. But I know
It's 2,300. Buy rate 29,000.
Magic here in base.
maybe no, they had less than 20. Oh,
His own cousin there.
this is great. One of the SWAT teams actually wearing tights, and the other one is not.
By Jennety.
Yeah, that one's just wearing. Oh yeah, he's barefoot.
Well, I guess he kind of is wearing.
But then wearing his. wearing his breakaway pants.
And he tags in his partner. Here comes Fantastic Tommy Rodgers.
Look at there.
That's great teamwork.
It's illegal too. I might add.
I don't think you're going to want to run into that corner with both of the SWAT teams there. Like that
He
just
stopped.
He
Bro,
did. He put on
little
the
trivia about Tommy Rodgers here. Do you know what the kamikaze is?
I know what a kamikaze is.
So the unprettier, I don't know what else it's been called a bunch of other times, was invented by Tommy Rodgers, and it was the kamikaze.
Oh, okay. That's a fun fact I didn't know.
And anytime Joey Styles was commentating, it didn't matter who did the move, he was always calling it a kamikaze. Just takes him to Dick Kick City right in front of the referee.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe got him in the fupa, so he didn't disqualify him.
Work ethic, team effort by Jennety and Rodgers.
Now let me tell you also, you may not have thought about this.
And I'd pay 15 minutes in that crap. I paid for whatever this is. I mean, in 1999, you would have been. This would have been okay, you know, so far.
I could see that it.
$15-$20 for the pay-per-view.
That's just it. I don't know what the pay-per-view costs.
I think it was like $20. You know, you got to think. In Your House was like $20 at this time, or well, they probably didn't have In Your House by then. But like when In Your House came out, it was like $15-$20. The other pay-per-views were like $35-$40. WrestleMania was like $50. You know.
And a kick out.
That fast counts there by this referee.
Yeah.
Okay, Jennety.
Still working the crowd.
I still can't believe Jennetty's rocking jorts in this. That's insane.
Oh man, look at this guy. This guy in the front row's having fun.
They came into the ring mad.
Before somebody slapped him in the next week.
And again, the Samoans talking things over. Working on that strategy. Jennety and Rodgers have been more dominant here.
Camera work, brother.
Let's see what SST can do here after the strategical maneuver outside the
If the Samoan SWAT team win this match, they can challenge for the head of the table.
See the Rock's big deal on Monday night.
Oh yeah, of course. I saw it on YouTube the night to go back. So The Rock's already had in 24 hours. That had over 100 million YouTube hits.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Low blow.
Little headbutt to the fupa.
Oh, that ruins the night.
Here we go. Rodgers trying to get in.
Pull his legs apart too.
Now the Samoan SWAT team, they go to work. They may take Marty Jennety back to school right here.
Absolutely,
Take him
man.
back to school.
It
is definitely a stark contrast to this. That's for sure.
Well, he's got his hands full. He's trying to watch. He's trying to watch not just 4 guys. He's trying to watch 6 guys now, which becomes very difficult. I mean,
Big chop there.
The regular guy would sort of upset.
So, like, if you're at a house show and this was the opener, you wouldn't be too upset about that.
Samu hammering away.
Yeah, but it's not a house show.
Off the ropes and
So it's not,
Yeah, I know.
it's
I'm
not
just
being
saying.
presented as a house show. I cannot. I love how they've got like 4 little lights hanging down above each corner.
One right here. All locked up. Fantastic Rodgers on the other side trying to plead his case.
He's having a little trouble breathing right now. And they cut off that oxygen to the brain. Of course, wait a minute.
We got a chair in the first match.
Here comes Spot 2 with that chair.
Oh, don't you hit Marty in his purple panties.
Oh, that was obscene. Spot 2 hit
Tommy Rodgers is upset about this.
Oh, yeah.
down and
I mean, it's not
It's
like
like
he's...
nobody told them it wasn't a house show.
that may be good teamwork, but that's unethical.
Oh, it was
They've
unethical
already
to
lost
hit
the
him with a
casino
chair.
match
Thank you for pointing out the obvious, fucking Poindexter.
Wait a minute. Oh! Here, close to our table. Get close to our table.
Well, Jennetty's going out after him, man. He's not going to take the shit. He's gonna. No, you're gonna fail. That's what you're gonna do, Marty. You're gonna fail.
Yep. You can't brawl with them big Samoans, brother.
Let's just be glad you weren't in the barber shop.
off and they'll back up and they'll draw off. They're trying to get to Jennety. They know they got him hurt now. Now they're going to go to work on it. They're very methodical, very brutal. And I can see Seeker right now. He's congratulating them on a good move. Oh! He went for it.
Oh.
It was about 350 pounds coming.
Oh, he rolled out instead of rolling in. You're supposed to roll in when you're missing out of that.
Make the tag here.
He's got to
Legs land on you.
See if he can make it to Rodgers.
He got it. He got the tag, and here comes fantastic Tommy Rodgers.
I think they also just didn't do a good job of booking some of these matches. Like, they didn't put the right opponents against each other, you know?
Well, you know, that should be a game. We're going to play that. We're going to fantasy book this show as we see the combatants come out. And let's see if we could come up with a better card.
Like, Tully and Stan, they're both heels. Why are they wrestling each other? Why wouldn't you have Tully wrestle Marty and Stan wrestle Tommy Rodgers or something, you know?
And take the Samoan SWAT team off altogether.
I mean, I'm sure you could find something for them. Like, they're not bad, obviously. Double drop kick.
Oh, shit, Marty.
Hey, that was a pretty nice Marty. But at the same time, Stan and Tully is like the only good match I can remember from this show. TKO.
Got him.
I was right. I knew I was right for this job. My analysis proved true.
It's in the Dutch.
All right, guys in the chat, what do you think about the opening match of the Heroes of Wrestling? The Samoan SWAT team coming out victorious.
Scale of 1 to 10. Now just think, before you give this a 1, you got a lot to come. It's going to get worse. We're going to start about to go negatives. It was a wrestling match. I would call it PAW, perfectly acceptable wrestling.
So, yeah, I didn't think that there was anything extremely terrible in this opening match, other than it went probably about 3 minutes too long.
Samoan SWAT team victorious
Yeah.
tonight.
But
wrestling over Tommy Rodgers and Marty Jennety.
I feel
I
like
think it took too long to start, too.
Yeah, I think the announcers are going to make this show.
Oh, we got another
Oh.
great angle here. Watch this spin. This is beautiful. This is textbook. Oh, brother, he jammed him. We're gonna see it one more time.
There's a lot of things wrong here. They put a lot of the wrong people together, I think. A lot of the guys were not governed or babysit or whatever you want to call it. Each of their own devices.
Memorabilia, shirts. You can pick up all the knowledge.
Max Dunsty's rated 3 because of how excited that little kid looked when they got to him.
The little kid got him bonus points, brother. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're unbelievable memorabilia.
Oh, it's very nice stuff.
If we're going on a 5-star rating system, I'd give that a 2.
Yeah, I'm there.
Also, like, why is Sheri with George Steele? Or why is George Steele looking like a dapper grandpa instead of the crazy animal man?
Guess who?
He's looking like your dad with his mistress after his first, after his first wedding.
I love me some Sheri. I'm gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
a huge Sheri mark. I got to work with her for almost a week and a half, and it was the best fucking time of my life.
Well, they look like they're having a very
She is
I was a
fun.
Sheri mark too, man.
She's
But
so
this
fun.
George and Sheri combination is just not making any sense to me.
No, it doesn't make any sense to me, though. Hello.
Back in the dressing room area, I've got the opportunity. The world is abuzz, Sheri Martel, about your relationship with George the Animal Steele.
You know, in the wrestling business, you get to the top by your body count. George the Animal Steele is the one man that is certifiably insane, and everybody's seen it. They know it for sure. But I've got an animal that would take anybody on and do whatever it takes to defeat them. So that means what I want, I get.
Fight!
Like, are you ready?
Yeah, you go. Fight! Fight!
No, this way. Look.
Nice!
Let's head to the ring.
Okay.
Why is Sherry Martel seducing George the Animal Steel?
Listen, times are tough in 1999, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, Sherry should have been with Greg. Because Greg is definitely a heel. George Animal Steel is like definitely a comedic character babyface. Like, he used to be a heel, but George the Animal Steel wasn't a heel like after the 70s. And I don't think you could cheer Greg Valentine if you tried.
Here's a man who's had many battles all across the world. WWF, WCW, Mid-Atlantic, all over the world.
Okay.
Japan, everything. And he's the master of the figure four, regardless of what Ric Flair says.
Got a guy in the crowd picking his nose. That's great.
Team partner of Ric Flair.
Is everybody going to cut our pre-match promo?
What you people need to do is all stand up and give me a standing ovation. Because I'm the greatest wrestling machine of all time. I'm the son of the
That's why you're coming on second, buddy.
And George the Animal Steel, they have been feuding for years and years. Well, my father is retired now. And I've taken over, and George Steele has the guts to still call himself a wrestler. Well, tonight it's going to be all over. It's all going to be all over for you, George Steele. You're going to lay down and die. I'm going to put the figure four leg lock on you. And Sheri, I'm going to walk out with you, baby.
Oh,
We made his intentions
Well,
clear.
okay.
yeah. It was very
It
good.
looks like
More than just the
looks like he's coming after George's gal here.
Detroit, Michigan. 289.
So I said it looked like George was your dad and Sherry was his mistress. It looked like right now Greg kind of looks like your mom that he. And now he's mad he's gonna beat your dad up for coming out with his mistress.
Listen, one of the best wrestling memes I've ever seen it features Greg the Hammer Valentine, and it said it had a picture of him like squinting like that, and it said every female PE teacher in the 90s. What's the caption? I had a laugh at it. I could not laugh at it. It was great. I'll have to try and find it and throw it up on one of the fucking videos.
I always like the Valentine's Day memes with Greg Valentine too.
I think he needs to concentrate on Greg the Hammer Valentine right here. Now, it's hard to pick. This is a toss-up, really.
Like, this is just a weird put together match, man. Like,
it's sort of hard to pick a winner in this.
And of course, the animal.
I mean, it doesn't help that the animal's probably like 60.
The Hammer wants his woman.
Whoa.
oh yeah. Plus, he was like his last big run was as a babyface.
It looks like the crowd.
Like, he hadn't been, like I said, wrestling as a heel since the 70s, probably.
Animal would like to intimidate Valentine.
Now, don't look at this to see a lot of.
And of course, we powder out to the floor.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think Greg the
Now you
Hammer
go
doing
run
a
that
little
mile right
stalking-
now,
Doing
Sheri.
a little stalking early on. Somebody wrote Sheri Martel into the ring.
Protection there.
You can get your shuttle run time.
Greg Valentine.
Better do 25 push-ups, do some pull-ups. I don't need for you to pass that physical. What is it? We used to have to do the physical fitness test when I was
Presidential physical fitness
Yes.
test.
Got to go through the animal to do it.
The sit and stretch. The
We'll have a lot to say about that.
Wait a minute.
stand and hang. Biting his arm.
He's already latched onto his arm.
So I don't get who's supposed to be the heel and who's supposed to be the babyface.
Wait a minute.
He wants to eat that turnbuckle.
He loves to eat turnbuckles.
Fans want him to eat it too.
Yeah, fans, what you seeing here tonight? You seeing some of the guys?
Max, he was looking towards the bar because he was thirsty.
What it is today. George the
That's-
Animal Steel, a
that's what that
legendary-
was.
A legendary figure in the world of professional wrestling. As is Greg the Hammer Valentine. That's
The
what this
Hammer's
pay-per-view
arm's
is
hurt.
all
He hurt
about.
his left arm when the animal got to him.
Well, listen. I think Sheri
Greg has recently done a shoot interview with the co-host of the Dutch Mantel show. That's very entertaining. It's very funny.
On Valentine tonight. So we put a little salt, a little pepper on it, and chop it down. A little bit of seasoning never hurt anyone. What's the referee's name?
Oh, Harvey, I think all the talent were a little tipsy on this show, so I have a feeling that he's not the only
Gonna lie,
one.
man.
Wait
That's what's
until
got
they
him out of
get
alignment.
to the main event.
He's hurried back with that shirt off.
Yeah.
He's got to take that thing off. There you go. And with his shirt covering his eyes, Valentine goes.
That was the referee telling me I had to take his shirt off?
That wasn't the smartest move I've ever seen.
No.
To pull your shirt over your head yourself.
see.
You know what I mean? No, of course. You can't see. Wait a minute. I'm
That
supposed
belly's
to say
exposed right now. Ooh,
that. Hammer going to work.
right on the knee.
I don't think anybody really cares to see the saggy man boobs of a 60-year-old George the Animal Steel.
Still over his head.
Call me crazy.
He's got to get that shirt off.
Oh man,
Sheri's going to help him out.
this is
Oh, look.
like.
She's working on the animal. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. They said shit.
Doesn't know that's happening.
Yes, sir. I remembered this. That's why I didn't say
Just,
anything.
like turns heel out of nowhere.
Yeah.
2-on-1 the wrong way.
That's why I didn't say anything. You're like, why is Sheri? I remember she turns on him in the match. But
I'm just used to her being a heel, so I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, she came out with him. Swerve, bro.
What's going on?
He's still in the corner. Wait a minute. Look at that face.
That's a face only an animal could love.
And the
Oh,
face
look,
is getting
they-
a little upset.
That commentator trying to throw a little joke in there.
George's got to get it off.
yeah, well, his commentary is a joke. That's another focal point of the entire thing. Is how
A face only an animal could love.
Pushing Greg the Hammer Valentine back. Sheri Martel pounding the mat, looking toward Greg Valentine. Wait a minute.
Oh, uh-oh.
Now, but
He's
he
got the
doesn't
shirt
know
off
what
now.
happened.
He has no clue.
He has
Uh-oh.
no clue.
Yeah,
Now
uh-oh is
Sheri's
right.
exhorting him on to come out of the corner.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. He's digging for something. Wait a minute. He's got something. He's got something. Oh,
What?
Oh, he pulled the gimmick out.
The neck. It is an
Like,
eye.
who's the heel and who's the baby face? Like, what is going on?
looks like
It's the heroes of wrestling, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
It's a windy spoon. And then he hands it to Sheri.
He give it back to Sheri. He is still putting trust in the Sheri. Brother, you see.
Even Dutch McDells doesn't know what's going on.
Excuse me, man. You never had a woman. But
Dutch
you
is
see how they
Dutch
are.
is trying to hold it all together here, and
You hear what he said? He said, you see how women are? Oh, excuse me, Randy, you've never had a woman. But you see how they are?
Exhorting the animal on, but it's the Hammer who's doing just that. He's
Oh, man.
on the animal steel. Who got him right? Well, you know, he got him to that
What?
sweet spot with that leg kick.
With that leg kick.
Right
Into
into
the
the roof.
turnbuckle.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, you know, George, I think, is spending way too much time over there in the corner.
Yeah, he's
And
got
this-
to get on the Hammer.
Wait a minute. Sheri gave him.
What is going
Still
on?
gave her. What in the hell is going on here? Oh, I'm gonna tell you
That's what I'm wondering, Dutch.
Sheri walking around the ring telling everybody.
well, you know, he was
They
blind,
were a love interest.
and he had the shirt pulled over his head. I think my Jerry Jarrett impression. Well, you know, he had his shirt pulled over
Well,
his
you know.
head, and well, you know, he couldn't really see, so he didn't know who was. Well, you know, raking him in his eyes. So.
That is the foreign
You-
object that's coming.
Well, you know, George had to give him back had to give the weapon to somebody, you know, and with him not being able to see Sheri scratching, you know, he just didn't, you know, have it done.
Did they use that taped up spoon to mix up that chicken salad?
Fell out of his trunks and he didn't know
He just had to do something to pull that chicken shit out of it, right?
Wait a minute, Sheri, I'm talking to
Oh my gosh.
Dutch is already
He's like, hey, where's he going?
off headsets, and he's talking with Sheri Martel.
Oh, Dutch Mantel's like, Sheri, come on, this is terrible.
Sheri Martel
She's
is
like,
hearing it from
I
the back.
know.
I don't like the fact that she's going back and forth with these two guys.
Well,
They're rooting for animals. The cry here at Casino Magic
Sheri just
is
gave him
animal.
Gave him the object back. And oh, it fell down. Wait a minute. It fell. The animal's got it. He's got it up now. He's rolling out of the ring.
I'd roll out of the ring too.
Sheri's
if the
getting out of
other
the way.
guy
I'm
had
getting
that
out.
object.
Hey, he's coming right toward our table now. If he comes over
Look
here,
at
I'm
look
out.
at how sweaty the hammer's hair is, yet it's still flowing like he was using what was it, Perk Plus or oh my God, Sheri just clocked him with a chair.
Good for the referee.
That's it. Oh,
That's gonna do it. All right. So
Now look, after watching this match, what do you rate the first match?
are we still on the out of 5 schedule? Are we still going out of 5?
I'll go 1 to 10. We'll go 1 to 10.
Okay, so 1 to 10 on match number 1. I'm gonna give it a
after watching
4.
match
I'm gonna give it a 4. And match number 2, I'm gonna give it a 0.5, and that's being generous.
0.5. If we're going star ratings, I'm going to give match 1 a 2.25 stars. If I can't do 0.5, I'll do half. I'll do 2.5 stars for match 1. This one is going to get a half a star.
Yeah, I'm there.
He has the fans on his side.
A half a star out of 10. We're there.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're saying
10 stars gets half a star.
That's the way they're saying it. Wait a minute. Look here. Oh, wait. Here come the chairs. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
His name is George.
This in basketball, a very famous act.
George the Animal.
Showing his anger.
Kind of like the Ohio State, he is the Animal.
Be angry. What happened to him tonight? He was double-crossed and double-teamed.
But don't you think that's really a bad example?
Well, you know,
he's gonna
he
eat
shouldn't have been so gullible, and
How many times, fans, have we seen this one?
Hogan must pose, George must eat.
Taking out all his frustration on the turnbuckle. It's expensive when you have a match with him because he eats that turnbuckle, and he just got slapped from behind with that chair by the hammer who came back.
Well, look
So they get pinned because of the Sheri chair shot, but no sells the George chair shot. Or Greg the hammer.
well, Sherry's not a female PE teacher.
George the Animal Steel, he has wrecked our ring here tonight. I can see.
I don't know what to tell you.
What's our third match here?
I mean,
All right, 2 gold Scorpio and Julio next.
okay, so this I was you know, I remember that this was actually a decent match.
There you see.
I think this was
What I can remember, and I might be wrong, but I thought it was like Botch City.
It very well could be, but compared to the rest of this card, that doesn't say much. That it would.
It's
possibly
probably the second
be.
best match of the show.
That's
right?
what I'm thinking. It's probably going to be the best match of the show.
That was
But
the defining moment of this match with Sheri Martel
I'm remembering Stan and Tully been really good. So I'm crossing my fingers for Stan and Tully.
Made it very easy for the hammer
To be fair,
to the 3.
Sherry did hit him a lot on it. Hit in the head too.
Baby, everything's right. And now we see George Steele finally realized what's happening. He finally
All right,
takes
I will be right back for the next.
retaliation against Sheri. Throws her out of the ring, and brother, I think they're going to be some bad blood.
I don't know who would win in a foot race here between Steele and the Hammer.
Animal Steel and Sheri Martel is over. You can forget
The
that.
Dutch is trying to look cool, brother.
Valentine and Sheri, we don't know. But that was an odd turn of events here at Casino Magic. Dutch, we didn't expect that.
He
I
reared-
expected that Sheri Martel would beat
Reared
her.
back at the
Obviously,
announcer in a
completely the other way.
Nobody expected
sweet-looking
Sheri
tuxedo.
Martel and Greg Valentine working in concert to take the win over George the Animal Steel. And I, for one, in my heart, I'm a compassionate man. I felt a little bad for the animal.
And how does the animal recover from this on the Heroes of Wrestling? He
How are we going to get through another
after
2
the
hours of
hammer,
this
he
is
not
what I
only
want to know.
loses the match, he loses his sweet gal.
Oh, well, you know.
She's not so sweet anymore.
Well, like I said before, going to be some repercussions off this, but hey, losing Sheri, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's better off without her. You ever think about it like that? But let's put a silver lining in the cloud, and you know, it may be better off without Sheri Martel.
I'm sure the Animal Steel will want a rematch. He's going to want to get his girl back, and he certainly want to get back.
What? Wait, that makes no fucking sense. Why are you talking about getting your girl back when the girl turned on him, you fucking moron? Just shut up. I've dealt with enough stupidity for
Julio
the day.
Fantastico
Jesus Christ.
Facing the challenge of his life tonight against
I think you're muted,
Scorpio, who's already
Eric.
said he's gonna beat your tail.
Let me tell you something. You have no clue that you are.
Am I on now?
You are on now, yes, sir.
Okay, and Too Cold Scorpio, you're
All right.
going down.
I don't want you guys to hear me chomping on some Cheez-Its.
Oh, well, brother, I'm about to go pop a bag of popcorn and get ready
Oh, man.
because it's gonna be that's when we left, man. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do 2 hours of this shit, but we got 2 more hours of it
You've
left.
got a lot to prove in that ring.
Oh, I am the measuring stick, not him. You understand? I'm the reason why we're here.
You're
tonight.
absolutely
I'm the reason you're here.
correct,
I'm the
Ace.
reason
We
he's
did
here.
bring
Not
this
Too
all
Cold
on
Scorpio.
ourselves.
Too Cold Scorpio. He has made his
What
name
started out as a
champion.
joke has
He's
now
gonna
turned
have the
into
World Tag Team Champion.
Croatian.
He's a
It
man
is.
that can
It's
take care
real.
of
It's a
himself.
thing.
I think you're underestimating what this man can do in the ring.
I'm not underestimating anything. I'm telling you, I'm confident. It's not conceit. And buddy, you're going down tonight because I am the best you've ever wrestled, man.
Well, tonight we're going to
Well,
see
you
right
almost
here on the
believe
Heroes
it.
of Wrestling what Too Cold Scorpio and this man Julio Fantastico can do. Let's take these men to the ring right now.
A Tuco, a Scorpio.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening. From Tierra dos Los
Love me some Too Cold.
Weighing in at 200.
Too Cold Spotlight was fun, brother.
Julio S.
That was a good
Fantastico.
Here comes a very
Julio Fantastico. I did quite a few shows with Julio in like
He's an aerial wrestler.
2003.
Pay-per-view event, and he's very hungry, and he loves the
Yeah?
ladies too.
Did you ever get in the ring with him?
He's a real playboy outside.
No, I was never in the ring with him. I started in October of 2002, so
Got an attitude.
I could not have hung with Julio by the time I was working shows with him in 2003. I was like in northern West Virginia. I think he was in Maryland, but he would come down to these bigger shows that I would do in northern West Virginia.
Judgment on this. Let's get Too Cold Scorpio out here. Then I will give you my expert analysis, especially after the match
Very
is over.
athletic. There's no question.
Ladies
I
and gentlemen,
mean, listen, Vaughn, if you
his
call
opponent,
being on this
weighing
show
in at
a
225
boost, then sure.
pounds, From Denver, Colorado.
Well, Julio's the only guy that wasn't like a legend on this show. He was like the only, not named guy.
A high flyer.
That's a good point.
Maybe
He was definitely one of the.
I mean, you got to think everybody else had been on.
deserves more notoriety.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Heroes of Wrestling, Too Cold Scorpio.
I don't know if he was. I mean, ECW would have already been closed, so he might have been in ECW. But he was there for a very short amount of time, He was Julio De Niro there.
Scorpio's coming out with the worst replica belt I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're like,
What?
why did he come out with that belt?
Or, it can really knock you down.
I bet what happened is Too Cold Scorpio got super hot and said, you know what, I should have been WCW champion. And he just picked up that belt and walked out with it.
He is to wrestling what Michael Jordan was.
I just I don't understand why he's coming out with the big gold.
So perception
And even then, it's
is everything.
no knock, but that's a bad replica belt.
Okay, so Julio hadn't even been in ECW yet. He went to ECW with Easy Money as hot commodity. It was him, he was Julio De Niro, Easy
Yeah.
Money, and Chris Hamrick in 2000.
Try to take out Fantastico here.
Fantastico wants him right now.
He was in TNA for a little bit.
Trying to push him away.
He was
Yeah.
in the stable with he was in Raven's stable with CM Punk, Alexis
Serotonin.
Marie. He was Mickey James, right?
It was serotonin, yeah.
Being
Yeah.
the host of this event of Heroes of Wrestling here, now we see Too Cold Scorpio, and I don't know how many times.
Scorpio, you know better than to rock that belt, brother. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, we're being joined out here by the legend of legends.
Look, if we're gonna talk replicas, look,
But the Captain Lou Albano.
buy decent
This is
replicas.
1999. It's not like you could get a, they still weren't big things back then.
At least if I was to walk out with those straps up there, they would. Oh my God, yeah. Well,
Oh
somebody-
yeah, I forgot Captain Lou just like randomly joins them.
Lou looks good here. He's lost a lot of weight.
You look great. What about
Yeah.
this? You got a brash youngster up there who says he's going to take down all these heroes. of
Yeah, that is a rough looking replica.
respect for any of these
Oh,
veterans.
okay. Let me. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna give me some popcorn popping and another beverage I need to refill. So I'll be right back.
Look at the Scorpio that he's with. Look at the talent they have here tonight.
He's
This is one of the
two
greatest
new
of all
orders
time.
to Bizarre
One
Love
of the
Train.
greatest events of all time. Bill Stone Jr., you're outdoing yourself. I can't believe it. The heroes of wrestling, baby.
Oh man, I forgot how much I hate Captain Lou commentary.
You're not doing a bad job either yourself, so we might give you a raise.
Oh yeah, dance from Too Cold.
All right. You're down for an extra couple of grand a week, Dutch, because you're doing a terrific
I
job.
appreciate that.
All right.
But I tell you, you need to, Randy Rosenbluth, listen to this guy here. This guy
To fix adjust the tracking on this VHS.
history, and if you give him time, he can tell you exactly what these guys are thinking out here. I can do
There you
it.
go.
Lou can do it. And so we'd like all the fans to know, what are they thinking right now, Lou?
Well, first of all, what they're thinking is they're both two very capable athletes. Who's quicker, who can move around, who can get behind a guy and take a guy to disadvantage and perhaps go for a quick pin. They both want to do it. You know, if you don't get out there and you don't win, you don't make the money. I mean, you make something, but you're not progressing your career. Now, Scorpio's a great athlete, but there's Julio Sanchez. Look at that.
Julio.
Oh, I used to do that when I was never, brother.
Lou, I think you can still do it.
Please. I was all right as a manager, but as a wrestler, I was uncoordinated. Dutch, you were one of the greats, but I don't consider myself that.
I'm losing control here with you.
Yeah, okay, go right ahead.
Oh, that was beautiful.
There it is.
Nice flying there.
Look at the
mobility and the leg.
Another leg kick.
And a reversal, he took him down. Look at that job
now,
there.
that was a drop kick, not a leg drop, but it was a drop kick. But it was very
the drop kick turned him around. That was good stuff.
Well, Lou, sort of give him a little bit of leeway here because he's sort of new to this, and he's sort of a little bit of a rookie, but he's not a bad guy. He's a little bit of a smart.
He doesn't seem bad. He looks like he's got the brain of a dehydrated baby if they put it in a pigeon or pancake fly backwards, but he's not a bad guy.
Scorpio's got him by the hair right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
He came in at the right match.
Into the ropes.
Oh, good.
Whoa! How about the backflip?
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, look at that drop kick.
Tuco.
Kick by Scorpio.
Whoa!
Slams him down.
There's something.
No count yet.
Randy, I was talking.
Look, of all
Julio Fantastico,
the Buff Bagwell tag teams, Buff and Too Cold was my favorite Buff Bagwell tag team.
Now, I know he's sort of embellishing the thought, but do you think that possibly he looks pretty good? He looks pretty good. Do you think he can make that reality come true?
Perhaps I got to say, Dutch, throughout a couple of years of experience, he'll keep progressing to that point. Right now, let's put him on 100%. I'll give him like an 80-85. He's a good wrestler with the potential, all right? But we'll see what happens in the future.
He's also pretty good with the ladies. He says he's broken more hearts than bones.
Well, they kind of like him.
I did love Stars and Stripes. I also loved Vicious and Delicious. Not so much American Mills.
Elbow knocked down Scorpio, and that hurt him right on the
laugh,
chin.
Dutch. When I get up in the morning, look in the mirror, it takes me an hour to brush my teeth. You think it's easy going through life like this? Phew.
Well, Julio Fantastico sort of turning this crowd here at the Casino Magic against him. But he don't care.
Yeah,
he don't care.
No.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Vicious and Delicious.
These people out here, they like it, they don't like it.
And then whatever his team was with Luger.
Well, the girls may like him, but the fans here at
Americans.
do not like
Americans.
actions. They're certainly rooting for Too Cold Scorpio.
Is this Dutch?
Oh, look at it. Nice.
Wait a minute, he went for it, he moved.
Whoa.
There he nailed it. Brother, he was right on there.
Wow, look at
nice arm drag.
And Scorpio taking control of that back kick outside the ropes.
Now, when's the last time you saw
Now, how excited was that kid, Mike Stone? Based on that little kid's reaction, what are you giving this match?
Here sort of own Julio Fantastico.
Well, Fantastico got dunked.
Well, it can happen.
Over the top, over the ropes.
And he hit the steel barricade. He hit the steel barricade, Dutch. Did you see that?
He drove it back about a foot or so. That's what you got to worry about when you start doing all those moves over the top rope to this concrete floor. You see, Lou, I have a healthy respect for metal, and I have a healthy respect for concrete, and the farther I'm away from it, the better off.
Well, you're an intelligent individual, Dutch, and you
Steamboat compared to the other two matches we've seen so far.
They're flying all over the John. I mean, you got to be careful. A man could, you hear about all the injuries that happen. Well, this can certainly injure a man and keep permanently for life. So you got to,
a terrible beating
look at that
taken by the youngster.
Brother, Too Cold Scorpio,
and you're doing a good job, brother. You're doing a good job.
Go like a Roman candle.
There you
go.
Over the top.
He took the ride.
Watch this.
He nails him.
And there goes Scorpio.
At least some Dutch Pintel commentary, man. Nice.
Right onto the floor. That hurts. He's not staying down. He is not staying down. Over the top. Wait a minute.
This is tough.
Back over the top.
That's a tough.
I'm not really sure what that was.
Oh, definitely.
Skin the cat, he called.
Here it is. Look. Whoa.
Oh.
Man, this is devastating. These two athletes
outside the ring than in the ring.
Boy.
Now, Lou, we're going to call upon your years and years of wrestling experience.
48 years.
You're standing outside the ring, and you see the guy weighs 230 pounds coming to jump over the top rope, and you know he wants to jump on top of you. What are you going to do, Lou?
Run back to the dressing room.
That's right. That's what the smart... Oh, wait a minute.
Look at the...
Oh, wiped out some little kid in the front row.
To the concrete floor. I mean, are they kidding?
No that floor.
Wow. What a page.
They're back in the crowd now.
No give on the floor.
Wait a minute.
This is great.
I don't see much security back in there. I see one security guy.
Hey, Steve Young jersey. That's age in this event.
Get idiot face out of the way so we can see.
Boy, these people getting their money's worth. I'll tell you, Casino Magic is doing a great job here. What an event. Billy.
We can't tell what's going on. They're outside our cameras.
We can't tell what
Why?
exactly is going on.
Why? Who's he yelling, Billy?
What are the fans?
Fantastico and Dragon. We don't know where they are. There's the Dragon coming back. He's bringing back Fantastico.
They're coming back.
Who's the Dragon? Why is he calling Two Cold Scorpio the Dragon?
These are great. What a great match.
Now, these guys, they are tough, especially Fantastico. Man, what a spill he took over that guardrail.
Oh. There's been a low blow in every match now.
Let's serve Scorpio right.
Yes, he deserved it.
You get what you ultimately deserve, not only in a wrestling ring, but in life. You get what you ultimately deserve.
Definitely, you give it, you got to take it back. You got to win
If he got it,
he's got him. Oh, no.
He kicked out. It's
Two count. Okay.
Well, the referee counted 2.
That's the wheel.
So, fun fact. I haven't made popcorn in so long, I burnt the first bag up. Like, completely.
Oh, man.
No, he got out.
Burnt popcorn's the worst.
Guys, listen, I don't think he's going to pin Two Cold Scorpio with just an elbow.
No.
Don't you just have the popcorn button on your microwave?
I do. That's the screwed up thing is I didn't hit it.
These guys are tough, and they've been through it before. Now look at there. George the Animal still left the mess out here.
Yeah, well, he's not dealing
He's a
with
pig.
Yes,
He's a pig.
He is.
Just took the turnbuckle apart.
Green tongue, he's
Wait a
looking
minute.
loose.
He went to slide out. Scorpio slides in. Wait a minute. What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing.
What are they doing? I'm confused.
Well, they've been outside the ring a lot in this one.
Well,
He said, I am confused.
Scorpio climbing up on the outside. Elbow.
Shout out Doug. I see a Hall of Famer made their presence. I think we've got all of TPW's Hall of Fame first class in the room right now.
It's going to take a little more than that.
The popcorn button always burns the popcorn. I never burns the popcorn on mine.
No, I didn't hit the fucking button.
Oh, you didn't hit it. I know. Stoke was saying the popcorn button always burns it. If you don't hear pop in 5 seconds, you got to take that sucker out.
He's going. Here it goes, Dutch. Watch this. He's setting up on the top rope.
Scorpio's up to the top.
The diss that don't miss, baby.
And he dropped the bomb right here.
Oh.
Well, this is getting all kinds of messed up.
Oh.
See if this gets him. Another
He better take Scorpio's belt with him.
One.
Fantastic win.
No.
Oh.
It was
Scorpio's a champ. He's not doing any jobs.
Get to be pretty good.
Been very good. And
excellent.
Each has had their opportunity.
Well,
Fans are yelling Scorpio.
Lot of fans for Scorpio.
2,000 jammed into this barn at the Casino Magic.
Great event.
A swing and a miss for Fantastico.
Nice spin kick right there by Scorpio.
Spinning toe kick. Man,
I love me some Two Cold Scorpio, man.
Oh, he was great, dude.
Julio De Niro is what he's probably best known as, Doug. He was in the last days of ECW. He was in early TNA. Oh no, we're doing to the diss that don't miss, baby.
He missed.
That dismissed. That dismissed. Yeah, he was Julio De Niro in ECW. Julio Fantastico. Those were like his most known ones.
Part of a Two Cold Scorpio. Excellent match, really, by Julio Fantastico. He made a good show.
Yes,
He didn't win.
yes.
He didn't win. But guys,
I'm looking at Julio De Niro's profile. He wrestled for a promotion called New Jack City
I
Wrestling.
gave him an 80%. Maybe I'll give him an 85. Couple of years will be 100%.
well, you know, you got to run your mouth. You got to believe you're the best when you go.
Well, he had a good match. Julio had a great match.
That was a good match.
Got to be over the top and confident.
But Dutchman
Match of the night so far.
get up and get W's, and
Not saying
Scorpio,
much,
when
but let's be fair.
it was on the line. It was
Watch
Scorpio
this.
that won.
Watch this. Just a minute. Don't be talking too much. Just watch it. I got you there. Isn't that amazing?
Go to it again. He's coming off the top. Watch this move right here. This is beautiful.
Let's just move right here.
This should have taken it home. That should have been your finish because that was clean. That looked really good.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I'd show this again.
Completely missed. Completely misses. Actually, that's not the disc that don't miss. The disc that don't miss was like he'd stand on the top rope like he was going to do a splash, and then he'd jump and like do a cartwheel in the middle of the air and come down on top of it.
Release right here, and on this release, it says Fostone announces first Heroes of Wrestling Commissioner, 48-year veteran Captain Lou Albano takes the helmet.
Did you see Max Stone's question?
Not.
They made me the commissioner.
You the guy.
He said, "All right, question for Chris: would we be watching this tonight if Paul Romo was on the
How
card?
much money is he paying?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
How long are you the commissioner?
Shut up a minute.
Would we be watching this tonight if Paul Romo was on the card?"
Well, I mean, if we needed a further guarantee that it's a shitty show, and then Roma's on it, you know. Actually, I think that what saved this pay-per-view from being a complete and total disaster is the fact that they did not get Paul Roma on this show.
I think Paul Romo would have helped it out.
I think we put Paul Roma in there with the way that this show has been booked, Samoan SWAT team member Fatu and Paul Roma. There's your match.
Oh, the next match is going to be a doozy, man. It's going to be a doozy.
Unbelievable, Captain Lou Albano taking over as the commissioner, and he seems, as you can see,
Halfway through the show, they make Lou the commissioner.
the whole situation.
Come on, Lou.
It is some good fake crying here.
Captain Lou Albano.
Oh my gosh.
Commissioner of Heroes of Wrestling.
Now that I would pay to see, Max.
Up into the ring.
Yes. Put him in there with Abby.
Abby and Paul
We're
Romo.
not going to go to the ring. Things have changed. We got to go backstage.
We could have got Paul Romo and Scorpio. Kept Julio off the show and just done Paul Romo and Scorpio.
And one of the things he may have to intervene with is
Well, we were
something that
talking
happened
about
before
maybe
we went
hopefully
on the
finding
air
something to
today,
fast forward
and that two
through,
of the
so that would have
behemoths of
definitely been it.
professional wrestling and King Kong Bundy and Yokozuna got into it on this very spot. King Kong Bundy's interview was interrupted. I want to get King Kong Bundy in here right now because there's a lot of it.
One. I don't know what made him choose that drunken old sod Albano to be commissioner, but I don't care about that. Yokozuna, I'm going to tell you something.
Yokozuna?
Son, move
Yeah.
closer when you're interviewing me. I'm going to tell you
Yeah,
something.
Yokozuna was real big on this show. He's like, what, almost 600 pounds, right?
This was his last match.
What they learned is this, punk. You diss the great.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Peril. You're getting the avalanche, you're getting the 5 count, and you're going to be finished.
The words of King Kong Bundy, they'll meet head on.
Yokozuna versus King Kong Bundy sounds like it would have been a match at like WrestleMania 11 or something.
Would have still
Ladies
been
and
terrible
gentlemen,
too, but
Our next contest is a
Yeah,
tag
actually,
team
Bundy
match
wrestled Undertaker at WrestleMania 11.
WWF Tag Team
Yokozuna. Who did Yokozuna
Wrestled
wrestle
at a
at
combined
WrestleMania
weight of
11?
586 pounds. From
Gotta check that out. I feel like him and Owen tagged against somebody.
And his partner, who is
the
accompanied
Smoking
to the ring
Guns.
by Nikita Breznikov.
Oh man, yeah, they had just won the tag titles from the Smoking Guns.
Nikolai Volkoff.
So WrestleMania 11 was like right when I just got back into watching WWF again because I'd watched it and then I started watching WCW and then I got Prime Star, baby, which was where I lived. You couldn't get cable; it was too far out for cable. Then Prime Star was like the first little satellite dish, and I remember getting that like right around the time of WrestleMania 11.
Shiek baby. And a singlet. Jesus Christ. I've seen too much.
The Sheiky baby. I'll break your back and I'll make you humble.
Beat guys up till the camels come home.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. Hi.
See right now.
Yeah, tagged with Owen, Max. Yeah.
Nikita Breznikov. Is that Breznikov?
He got Russian clubs. Those Russian clubs look smaller than the Iranian clubs.
Soviet Union.
Listen,
It's
Sheiky's getting old
Stable
here.
coming to an E-Fed near you.
Of course, comes from different cultures
Getting old, bro. He's already old.
and a different way of life. Stepping in the ring here at Casino Magic, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, the Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view. Wait a minute.
Oh, this is the Iron Curtain country. Let's hear from the Iron Sheik.
USA! Ha! Ha!
Everybody's cut a pre-match promo so far too.
Nikolai Volkoff now in the middle.
Well, Julio did his promo backstage. Didn't do it in the ring. You're right.
I know you're Americans, but try and show a lot of respect, will you please?
I just want to ask Boris, where's Natasha?
Crowd chanting USA.
This guy sounds Italian, trying to do.
Iron Sheik will do Irania Club demonstration.
It looks like Tom Skerritt. Did they get Tom Skerritt for this show?
I think they asked everybody to stand.
He says they're going to do the clubs, and he's like, I'm going to sing the national anthem, actually.
National anthem. And the people here at Casino Magic Base, St. Louis, Mississippi, I don't think they much appreciate this. You see the fans all around, even us, Randy, around here standing on their feet telling them to go back home.
I thought the Cold War was over. It's very much alive here. These fans do not like hearing the Russian national anthem in the heart of Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
Luke and Butch, former of the Bushwackers, waiting to enter.
Only man in the world can do
Taking on Luke and Butch. Oh, he is going to do this. Oh, maybe I can fast forward through this.
I just want to people respect Russia, respect Iran, and you shut up. Don't say USA, USA. Ha! Ha!
He's spitting into the microphone. He doesn't like that USA chant at all. This is the Iron Sheik. He's alienated himself to everybody in attendance, and you can see he's talking it up.
Oh, there's two good-looking ladies here. They're shouting
Sheiky
USA.
Baby is trying to do his thing.
Nikita Brezhnev. They don't like Nikolai Volkoff. They don't like the they like the Iron Sheik. And I think the people are actually being a little bit rude here.
He's not done. He's got more to say.
A very volatile situation.
Well, it looks like the Iron Sheik is ready to go tonight. He looks like he's pumped. Wait a minute. What's he got there, too?
He's going to use those in the match, is he?
Well, what do I look like? I don't know if he's going to use them in the match. How do I know?
He could tonight.
Well, he could, but how do I know whether he's going to use them or not?
I'm asking you for your expert analysis.
Well, no, you're asking me to be...
Mavaldos are mucho evil, though.
Psychic again. All right, now that takes a lot of strength. Randy, you think you could do that?
No, I don't. I think you're right. He's exercising his shoulders and showing everyone here just how tough he is.
And it takes a very strong man. It takes a very strong man to do that. Not only exercising his body, exercising his First Amendment rights, too. To say what he wants to say.
And he has that right in the United States.
Or Bob Backlund. And you shut up.
With the Hogan and Backlund.
Again, he spits into the microphone, taunting the American crowd.
This is the Heroes of Wrestling done. That's what this is.
Well, I'll say one thing here at Casino Magic.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mississippi, the
their
crowd,
opponent
they're on their
at a
feet.
combined weight
Sounds like we're at the
of
Centennial
515
Olympics in Atlanta,
pounds.
Georgia, but we're in Bay
From
City.
New Zealand, Luke and Butch, the men from down under.
Here come the former team known as
The Sheep Herders.
Luke and Dutch. These men are from New Zealand.
Luke and who?
Luke and Butch.
Right.
You're Dutch.
Right. You said Luke and Dutch. Don't ever put me in the category with these guys here. Never.
Dutch just correcting this dude every. Oh my
You
God!
may have something like you may have something like a peripheral meaning.
Don't lick my head.
What is that? That's Brez disease. That's Brez disease. What if he had a cold or something? That kid go he laid up 2 or 3 days, pump him full of antibiotics, and he won't know where it comes from. But this guy right here. When you kiss kangaroos and koala bears all your life, Wait a minute.
That's
Here
Butch.
they go. Luke and Bush, the Bushwackers. Two guys.
This guy's trying to cop a feel on him. Look at him.
They don't have the sense God.
He was going for the nip.
Oh, I thought he was going to kiss him on the lips. Wait a minute. Maybe his.
Well, this is their signature march with the arms raised.
Now, what would you do if one of these guys come and wanted to kiss you? What would you do?
I'd run.
Wait a minute. Here he comes. Here he comes. Look out. Look out.
He's not going to kiss me. You don't have to worry about that.
Now, see, They're walking around the ring, down under. You know, they think they're like Outback Steakhouse or something. I don't know what they're doing.
They are natives of New
They're
Zealand.
thinking Saturday night they're out drinking Foster's beer.
Well, Max, I think this is a little bit more entertaining than a Friday Night SmackDown. If you ask me. Like, where are you going to see this level of fuckery on a Friday night? I don't know what to tell you.
Countries, Luke and Butch are very good, and they're also very good.
From legends that would once sell out like Madison Square
Like
Garden.
that move with the raising of the arms?
Do I like it? Well, I don't dislike it, but I don't really care for it myself. If you ask me, see.
I hope Sheik's not freeballing under those tights.
You can't dance around that ring all night long. You can't dance around, you know. Because these guys, this Iron Sheik, this Nikolai Volkoff, they're all business. They really want to come after you. They want to bring the battle to you. And you better be able to bring the battle back, or you're going to end up on the short end of the stick. You know what the short end of the stick is, right?
I understand.
It's like a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
If it sticks started at 1 and then went to 2 and 3, and the 3 being the short end, you'd end up on the short end of the stick, like a 1, 2, 3. See, a lot of people don't know that, so I thought I'd bring that to your attention. Along with all the fans
Well,
here
thank
you.
watching
Oh, biting him.
Heroes of Wrestling here on pay-per-view.
Nikolai Volkoff out there
Oh, they got...
using his leg. We'll see if he gets his arms around. He likes that bear hug, does Nikolai Volkoff.
I'm curious to see what the offense is going to look like in this match.
Pushed around.
I don't think any of them can take a bump.
They're both in.
Wait a minute.
Sheik tried.
They got Bresnikov good, too.
They're all down. Now look at those Bushwackers stomping away, still doing the dance.
Luke and Butch, they are the fan favorites. The men from down under. They're chanting USA.
Well,
The former Bushwackers, the men from down under from New Zealand, are chanting USA.
Yeah, because that makes total sense.
I think the fans here in Casino Magic tonight.
We're chanting USA for the Australian New Zealanders.
But you know, hey, they bought a ticket. They can do what they want.
You know, when you look at the card, you think this is going to be the worst match of the night, but it's not.
Shockingly, it's not.
Yeah. He said, I can't. Bugs says he can't be bothered to watch 2 hours of SmackDown, but here he is watching this.
He's going to be gone.
Yeah, you were. I said, where else can you find this level of fuckery on a Friday night? I don't know what to tell you, brother.
He said it in English though, but it's so broken up.
You can probably find a local indie show somewhere worse than this on a Friday night.
USA, he was going to retire.
They're walking out.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. Said if they didn't shut up, they were going to leave.
They got their feelings hurt. And they're
Okay,
gonna
so-
leave.
Oh, Shiki look like he about to cry.
I just want to make sure
Probably
that
was.
we're all,
You're right. I'll be in it.
we'll make sure we're understanding this correctly. They wasted about 7 minutes
All right, Dutch, go
for
ahead.
Sheik to do something with the batons. We've seen 2 double clotheslines in this match. 2. That's it. And they're gonna walk on this.
Squared off with Nikolai Volkoff.
As a little kid, I love the Bushwackers, man. But
Luke down in the corner.
As a little kid, I was afraid of the sheep herder.
Squeeze him on the neck.
Look how big Volkoff is. Volkoff is huge.
or I didn't saw them as the Bushwackers before I ever saw them as the sheep herders. I knocked the Sheik off the ring apron. Who's on the mic yelling? Is it that general?
I have no clue.
Right on top of the head is Volkoff.
It kind of sounds like Borat sometimes, like a U.S. and I, U.S. and I.
The squared circle.
Absolutely dizzy. What you missed, I don't know how long you've been in the room, but he was in the ring cutting a promo. It kind of has a Tom Skerritt thing going on. I kind of figured that they dipped into the piggy bank to get a big time Hollywood star on the show, but I was wrong. I was sadly and sorely mistaken.
Those vicious stones.
The referee over here is spending a lot of time with Butch in the corner.
He just pushed him down.
So I do think that we need to take bets. Do you think Sheik's free balling under those tights?
Mid-European pose.
Let me see if I can see any lines on there or not. I think he is, man. I think he might be. Poor Shiek, man. It looks like it hurts just to walk.
Unfortunately, they do happen. That's why we go out there and that's why we play the game.
Luke is being worked.
You remember the gimmick battle royal from WrestleMania 17?
Yes, I do.
That Shiek went over in. I think it was 17. I could be wrong. I
He
hope I'm
just-
wrong.
How many people you say here today? 500, 3,000?
2,500.
I think it was the one in Houston.
Yeah, they put Shiek over because they were afraid that he couldn't take a bump over the top rope.
Casino Magic.
Yeah, he can't go over the top rope, so you win.
St. Louis, Mississippi.
The Iron Sheik, former WWF champion.
My favorite part of that freaking battle royal was seeing
That he has Luke and John.
Michael Hayes strut ass out to the top of the ramp to Bad Street.
Right now, the Iron Curtain tandem.
Bad Street, GA. Oh, loading up that spiked boot.
Kick right to the middle of the chest to Luke by the Iron Sheik.
Fans are yelling, Russia sucks at this point.
Nikolai Volkoff wants a
Such foul language from the fans.
The Mongols with Guido Mongol. What a vicious tag team that was.
I mean, Volkoff's trying. I got to give him at least an A for effort.
Russia sucks. Wait a minute. Get him out of the ring.
He's out there. He's doing all the work for the Sheik.
Brezhnikov is up now. Brezhnikov. I don't know what good he's going to do up there, but he's on the edge of the ring.
Oh, man.
Taking him back in the corner. He takes the ride.
He took a hard buckle there.
The Sheik just in the corner.
He's the one that doesn't have legs now, right? Or had his legs amputated.
He's spitting
Who?
on the fans at
Just
ringside.
had a slam.
Yes,
Luke
I believe
Williams.
so.
Oh, he takes it down.
I believe so.
Has Butch passed away?
He's got that bear hug.
He's going to dump
One
him.
of them has indeed passed on.
The soft slam. 1, 2.
Yeah, I think it's Jake, and Luke has had his legs amputated.
That gives the Iron Sheik and Volkoff a little bit of time to work on this guy.
Volkoff.
You see, nobody said that the Bushwackers were the most intelligent wrestlers in the world. See, they're not exactly the men's.
Oh, you got me up past my bedtime
Right,
tonight.
Volkoff gets a breather. And the Iron Curtain is working over Luke.
Oh, he's got him locked in a half.
We're getting another USA chant.
And when he's pulling him back, he can't.
That's probably about as far down as Sheik can squat.
He had to have a save.
He just got took down with a double axe handle from
I
behind.
hope the referee saw it. I don't know if he saw it or not.
I want to see a battering ram. I'm going to be mad.
And a low bridge back.
A low blow right in front of the referee who does absolutely nothing about it.
There has been low blow in every single
15 or
match.
16 shoe that
Oh, miss a knee drop.
away on one of the Bushwackers. Wait a minute. Both men down now. He needs to
Sheik's
make
just
that
kind of
tag, see
just
if he can make the tag.
stumbling around aimlessly in the corner.
Pushes back in.
And he looks painful just watching him walk.
Yep.
Showing great speed with those shots. He has them both under control. And headbutts.
Coconuts.
And there goes Brezhnikov.
A pretty rough coconut.
And the men from down under have taken control.
The men from down under.
I come from the land down under. If that was not the song that they came out to, then I would be very disappointed.
It should have been. It should have been. I was thinking the same thing, though, when I saw their name. This show should get a Dark Side of the Ring episode, for sure.
Fans certainly would love that.
Well, that's sort of
And
like
Doug, you're
myself.
correct. Yeah, 3 of these 4 are no longer with us.
It looks like a 2-on-1 situation now.
That's exactly what we have at this stage.
Is the Sheik pass away, right? Is
Yeah,
Volkoff
Sheik-
still alive?
Oh,
No.
he gave him magic.
Luke's the only one that's still with us. That's
Oh,
in this ring.
yeah.
Oh, look, they had some shenanigans.
1, 2, 3, it's over.
That's all it takes to put the Sheik
I mean-
baby down.
My goodness. Oh, my
I almost just said something terrible.
Volkoff and the Iron
Well, we're live. I can't fix it if you do.
and they blow the match. And the men
I
from
almost
down
said,
under-
well, only 3.5 of these men are unfortunately, 3.5 of these men are no longer with us.
Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Going all around the ring, giving everybody
All right,
a
we're
big
giving this a
hug.
star rating. What is it?
Give him a hug. The men from down there, he's
Oh,
right in front
man.
of the broadcast right now. I hope
This is the worst match. I don't know.
I think it's terrible.
I don't know if this was.
Once again, it's ironic.
Was it worse than George and Greg though?
Counted him. And they USA, and they know where the camera is.
Based on the little kids' reactions, and just the heels staying heels and the faces staying faces, I don't think this is the worst match of the night.
Iron Curtain back with the microphone.
It makes it this was the worst match of the night. I don't know.
Volkoff and the Iron Sheik about to go at it.
Well, I guess Iron Sheik's blaming Volkoff for the loss. Volkoff don't want to be picked on.
They're trying to shoot an angle for Heroes of Wrestling 2.
The newly appointed manager.
They actually were.
Trying to get him. Oh,
Well, these guys were a tag team in WWF too.
Yeah, they were WWF Tag Champions.
Yeah.
They made friends with themselves, but there are no friends in the building. It's thumbs down.
This was -5 by Meltzer.
This fandom is not liked.
well, they made up sort of fans.
It was pretty bad.
They've taken some.
I will give it 0 stars.
Sheik here is going to take this one right
It's-
in the head. Boom.
Oh yeah, that was
One headbutt.
that's pretty.
There's your finish.
Just for as bad as Sheik is walking to take that bump, I'm gonna give it.
Wait a minute. Now you see a little teamwork of the Bushwackers neutralizing Volkoff, getting the pin on the Iron Sheik. A 1, 2, 3 here.
He looks like he's in pain. Do you see his face?
Easy pin after that.
Yeah, it does.
Let's go back to our note on
I need my medicine.
scoopswrestling.com for all the
I'm going to give that 0 stars as well. Well, I'll give it a half a star.
We also want to talk about www.heroesofwrestling.com, where you can pick up all the wonderful merchandise. We have great hats, says Heroes of Wrestling on it. Tremendous shirts, beautiful material.
The worst match that I've ever seen coming up on the main event on this card.
Great to have in your home.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I do. There's another match out there that comes to mind when I think of
Blanchard.
worst matches of all time. It involves it involves a WWE Hall of Famer. It involves one of my co-hosts, and it involves about 15 minutes of a wrist lock.
About 15 minutes of I don't know. I don't know if that was worse than what we just saw. I don't know. It was. Yeah. You know what? That's probably not even the worst match I've ever had. I had a match one time with this guy I'd never heard of. And he's like, everything he's telling me sounds like he's going to be all right. And then the match was so bad. In the middle of the match, I just like I'm leaving. I just rolled out of the ring and started walking away. Like I'm trying to walk to the back. Oh, let's track this.
Okay.
And I've been out of it a long time.
We got Tully. Let me get some volume on it. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment.
The Heroes of Wrestling, and was looking to have fun and have a good match with Stan Lane. I don't do this for a living anymore. This kind of stuff here is I am really what I'm having is a flashback. Really. I mean, we're talking about the intensity that I had with Dusty Rhodes and Wahoo McDaniels and the Road Warriors and Demolition and Marty Jennety and Shawn Michaels when they were just coming up with the WWF. We're talking about taking everything that you got, everything that you are, and bringing it and stirring it back up. I've been gone and just subdued and low-key, low-profile. But Stan Lane, I'm going to tell you the truth. The only reason you ever became a world champion is because you were Bobby Eaton's partner.
Oh.
And Jim Cornette standing in the corner. And you rode a tidal wave that you didn't build. Well, the Four Horsemen was a tidal wave that I helped build. And you're going to find out just exactly what a tidal wave is all about. Because I'm going to tell you, Stan, 10 years is bubbled up inside me. 10 years all of a sudden at one time is bubbled up inside me. And everybody that's ever screwed me, anybody that's ever done me wrong, is all coming out. And Stan, the times and the feelings that I used to have for Dusty Rhodes have all just come to the surface. And the feelings that I used to have for people like Jim Herd and the people that signed the contracts with the WWF and WCW, it's all come to the surface. And I don't need to scream and holler anymore. I just got to look at my blood
because you wanted to jam me in a trunk and make a name for yourself. It's too late for you to make a name for yourself. And I promise you, Tully Blanchard might be a little bit older, but I still got the fire that made me what I was. And Stan Lane, you will find out what being a horseman is all about tonight.
That right there is the best part of this whole fucking show. That's it. We can go home now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that was definitely the best promo, man.
First off, weighing in at 236
that promo is like reminds me of the guy. He's like, he used to be the tough guy, the rowdy guy. He tamed down, and then somebody wronged somebody he loves. Now he's hot.
I'm telling you, that was a good promo.
That was very good. It sold me on this match. This is going to be a good match. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, worst match I ever had. Probably the worst match. If anybody watched it, probably the worst match I ever saw. I don't know. I saw worse matches, I think. It was so bad, I was like, I'm leaving. I just ran out of the ring and started trying to leave. And the guy chased me down. I was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm trying to leave. And he just like kept pulling me back. So I went in the ring and I said, we're taking it home. Like right now. As soon as we got in the ring, we're taking it home. I don't know what happened. I just went right into the finish. As soon as the referee counted 3, I just rolled out of the ring and left. I was like, that was the worst match I've ever been. I was embarrassed to be in that match.
I've had a couple of stinkers. And usually it would be with somebody that was greener and didn't want to listen. And didn't want, I don't know everything, but I know a lot. When I've been in the business for 6 years at this point, and you're 6 months. But you're going to tell me, okay, let's do that, and let's see what happens. Crickets.
See, I would have just, back in the day, I would have just stretched him. But this match was so bad, just stretching this guy wouldn't have even helped. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to be done.
He should have had Cornette with him on this show.
Oh, man, that would have been great. Cornette was running OVW by this time, though, right?
This is 99. Yeah, I think so.
Look, Stan Lane's in good shape.
He's rocking a Killer Dad bod. I like it.
His opponent, weighing in at 241 pounds, from Charlotte, North Carolina, Tully Blanchard.
I got they got the picture of Tully Blanchard wearing like a WWF tag team title. I love those old WWF tag team titles too.
Yeah, those belts are great.
Tully Blanchard, of course.
Look at Tully Blanchard.
Those ones they got now are terrible.
Brother, you don't look like a thoroughbred horse anymore. You look like a damn work mule.
Tully does look good here too.
You get in the ring, I'm gonna ride you like Secretary. You know, this guy's.
Oh, you look like a work mule. Ride you like Secretary.
You go right ahead and ride him like he's Secretariat. You go right ahead.
There's some bad blood. Stan Lane just said he's preaching intense, and he's on ESPN.
Blanchard comes out and takes the initiative immediately.
You know, this is one of the matches that I was most interested in seeing. One reason, of course, turn back the clock.
This is the match I came for.
1989, Mid-Atlantic.
Yes, Dizzy. Yes. Thank you for saying it, so I didn't have to. It definitely sounded like there
you're
was
leaving too soon, man.
That there was some.
Doug, you're leaving too soon. This is the best match.
And other parts of the country. Right now, Tully Blanchard, of course, he's got a score to settle with Stan Lane trying to chase him all over the ring.
Got that elbow, and obviously the ladies right around the ring very interested in Sweet Stan Lane. Ooh, nice takedown there by Sweet Stan Lane. Well, and he's showing off his physique.
Like that lady does not care.
Modeling job by Sweet Stan Lane.
You know, I think Tully Blanchard he didn't give Stan Lane.
I feel like Stan Lane's got Bruce Campbell's haircut from Army of Darkness. Or
Jimmy Cornette. That's like really cutting Stan Lane short.
You know, the haircut actually reminds me of. Oh my God! I can't even think of the character's name in Street Fighter. The you know what I'm talking about?
The guy Jean-Claude Van Damme played in the movie.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember what his name was. It was like the main character too.
I don't think they're going to pay any attention to the ropes.
Was it Guile? It might have been.
Guile. It might have been Guile.
Tully shaking up.
He was like the main character.
I don't care. If a rope is
You know what we saw earlier, what Sweet Stan Lane did when he attacked him outside when Tully came up in the limousine. So
1 minute. We'll grab a drink.
Sweet Stan Lane, he takes out his vengeance on Tully Blanchard.
Well, he came up in the old school, like do it to them before they do it to you.
And he's doing it right now.
Well, I think, that you gonna do that. See, Rosenblum, you never had a fight in your life, have you? Have you ever been in a fight?
I'm too nice a guy.
See, you never
Listen, Rosenblum, you never had a fight in your life, have you?
All my life. I fought in bars and on the side of the road. I fought in rings. I fought everywhere.
You bragging about that?
Well, no, but you got to, you see, because this is some tough guys, and if you're gonna fight, you got to go in there. You got to get it
He's
done.
debonair and he knows it. Sweet Stan Lane.
Got a few good moves too.
Ladies like that.
Some guys like it too.
I think we should go there.
Oh, neck breaker. A textbook neck breaker
1,
by Stan
2.
Lane.
Just kicking out at the last moment was Tully Blanchard.
Well, Stan Lane, he's got a few fans.
I don't know if Tully was like doing indie shows or anything at this time.
I don't think he did anything when the contract with WCW fell through. I think he just walked away.
I think so. I know he started doing his evangelical preaching. He had like a cup of coffee as an agent in WWE, but I think that was after this.
Got him in that lock.
Now, this is a very difficult hold if you're on the receiving end of it.
Todd Taylor, our referee, taking a very close look at this move. And he's not been able to get the shoulders down.
Stan Lane's pulling Shawn Michaels wearing the motocross boots.
Some beating here. And
Well,
he's able to tear away for a moment, but then Sweet Stan Lane holding on. Now he's going to body slam him off the ropes.
He dropped him right across that top rope. See, I think he had the Blanchard confused with this, and Blanchard was probably getting prepared for a
She just don't look impressed at all.
I was going to say, like, why do they keep cutting to the women in the crowd who are not caring about anything in this match?
Drops that leg across him.
Another one.
And the ref said she's mesmerized by Stan Lane.
I think she was looking at me.
No, I think they're looking at Stan Lane.
Yeah, okay.
Nice Russian leg sweep.
Who's she looking at now?
She's not looking at us. 1, 2.
Come on, Stan.
Tully just got out of there in time.
Come on, Stan. Now, she's looking at the guy.
The dates aren't
She's
even
looking at
the
everybody.
women.
She was looking at everybody.
The dates are not even looking at their men right now. They're so enamored with Sweet Stan Lane.
This was the kiss cam before the kiss cam was a thing.
Yeah, the Stan cam.
Stan Lane, though, to the midsection.
It's so weird seeing Tully as a baby face, man.
He got Stan right in the midsection.
He missed the ropes there. Yep, she's like, my weed's wearing off. I need more.
I remember he wants that revenge for earlier today when he was cut, when he was thrown down in the limousine.
Well, the ladies that come to the matches, they're gonna look at these. They're gonna look at these guys, and sometimes that's why guys don't want to bring their ladies to the matches because you're gonna see some good-looking guys here. For years I had that problem myself.
These are the heroes of wrestling at its best.
Wait a minute.
Casino magic.
They're right in front of us almost.
Yeah, you're right. This is at its best. Right now, he finally said something.
The floor.
He sure is.
But you can't win that way, Blanchard. You can't win that way. The fans are saying you can't back in
I
the
don't
ring.
think he cares if he can win that way.
Going for the eyes. Going for the eyes of
Piece of
Blanchard.
his face.
Well, he got whatever he could.
Give away thousands of dollars for this.
He's going to crawl back in. He's through the apron and now on.
And again, I go back to it. There were supposed to be 4 of these.
Blanchard struggling on the outside a little bit.
Man.
Don't worry about it. There goes Tully Blanchard. Both men
What could have been?
Wait a minute, he got a sleeper on Stan Lane. Let's see if he
Can't go to sleep against Tully Blanchard. He's too good a wrestler.
Let's see if we can lock him down.
Got that headlock on, Sweet Stan Lane.
Stan looking for the corner like he's trying to get
So Dutchman tells it another slow blow. I would have expected better.
with it again.
There's no selling it. They
Went
didn't.
for the corner, missed the corner. Both men, I think, a little bit tired at this point
Looks like
now.
Stan Lane's more concerned about his hair. Is it in place?
Definitely remember this match being better.
I'm going to tell him what you said.
Oh, yeah, it's been 20 years since you've seen it, bud.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't
Like,
be going for the
It's definitely the best match of the night so
He gets
far.
a backdrop for his trouble.
I would say second best. I think Julio and Too Cold might have got best match.
Square on his back, writhing in pain. Can Tully Blanchard get up and take advantage? He just threw Lane down.
Like I said, if you had booked this different than like Stan and Tommy and Marty and Tully, you know,
This has been a war between Stan Lane and Tully Blanchard.
or Stan and Tully against Marty and Tommy.
3. Wait a minute.
I think they had plenty of tag matches already.
Is that it?
Stan winner. Wait a minute.
I don't know. Tully looked like Tully kicked out to me.
Wait a minute.
I don't think anybody knows.
It looked like Todd Taylor counted to 3, and now he's saying no.
And now he's waving it off.
He did wave it off. He's reversing the decision.
Oh, okay. Tully got his arm up, and Stan was underneath of him. The old German suplex.
Oh, old school finish there.
What happened there, Judge? Why did they change the decision?
Well, very simply, both men's shoulders were down. Referee counted 3. It looked like Tully Blanchard got his up just by the 3 count. And,
Oh, here we go. Slingshot suplex. Oh, no, this is
Tully
the suplex.
Blanchard coming back with a suplex. Now he's Stan Lane on the outside of the ring. In either case,
He just straight up no-sold it.
Right here, Tully
I'm out of here.
He's declared the winner. Tully Blanchard. Sweet Stan Lane's not happy about it, and he's already walking back into the dressing room.
No, I don't think he's happy at all about it.
There he goes up the ramp. He thought he won the match.
So you got to think, WCW, ECW, and WWF were all in business at this time.
Well, the people starting up that
So there's probably a reason that the people were available for this show.
Jam-packed crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. Casino Magic.
Too Cold should have had a job somewhere, but, you know, Doug, I remember this being the best match. I'm sorry it wasn't. The best match was Julio and Too Cold. I apologize. I remember this match being good. Maybe it's just the Midnight Express Horseman luster was on it.
A little bit of a bad angle here. The referee sliding in the count. He's going 1, 2, and we're going to see an arm shoot up here maybe in a minute. Okay.
Yeah, he puts his leg over top of his legs, and he gets his arm up.
My crack crew out there in my truck, they call it for me. Now we're going to get the good angle here. The referee sliding in. Okay, watch the arm. What, 1, 2. He's got him with both hands. See, the arm comes up, and that's... But that's a little bit of borderline, too. It looked like Stan Lane's arm up just a little bit. But after that stand, very disappointed, very unhappy, very disgusted, shoves the referee out of the way. Say, you piece of garbage, get the hell out of my way. Let me take care of business here because I don't
Surprised Rock and Roll Express wasn't on this show.
Controversial call.
Or Bobby Eaton. I don't know. I don't think Bobby might have been with WCW at this time. But I'm really surprised Rock and Roll wasn't on this show.
That's why Tully won, because he was able to get his shoulder off the mat.
Well,
let's go over to Michael St. John.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of turning this into a tag match, aren't they?
Yep, let's track this.
Audio problems.
Problem with Jake the Snake, and especially that snake.
Hey, I don't have a problem with Jake the Snake Roberts, but this isn't the San Diego Zoo. I don't want to see any giraffes or rhinoceroses or pythons or cobras. This is a wrestling match, right, Bundy?
You know, son, you talk about problems. Jim the Anvil Neidhart and King Kong Bundy, we don't worry about problems. We worry about solutions. Don't worry about that slimy snake, Anvil. We'll take care of that.
Well, you'll have your opportunity, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Wow, these guys, it's getting crazy back here. Back to you.
Just see his face when he got through
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, our next match will be singles competition.
He was flustered.
It features the big men. First off, coming to the ring, weighing
Okay.
in 345
Another
pounds
worst match of the
from
night.
the main streets of Chicago, Illinois. Please welcome the one.
Was this one really that bad?
I mean, I'm going to assume it is. I tell you what, I'm not a fan of Abdullah the Butcher, man. Now, if this was Abdullah the Butcher and Akeem the African Dream, match of the night.
Oh, for sure. That's without question. I mean, why Akeem the African Dream was never the WWF champion is just a fucking it's a criminal crime, man. It's a felony.
Said he's going to take the Butcher out.
a lot of guys
I remember in 2001, I wrestled the gang in Birmingham.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It was not
man.
pretty. But yeah. Buddy, we were home. We went home in 5 minutes. He was blown up. I was like, okay, that's what you want to do. 747. Body slam. 747. Okay.
207. All right, let's take it home, kid.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, gang. What'd you say? Max, I like those old school WCW games.
Oh man, Revenge was great.
I think the best freaking wrestling game of all time was No Mercy, though, on that Super Nintendo. You remember that?
No Mercy?
Yeah.
That was on the 64. That was after WCW.
Was it 64? It was 64. What did I say?
Yeah.
Was that Super Nintendo? Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
The 64 had the best, man.
It did. That No Mercy game was fucking dope.
So apparently the Julio De Niro was supposed to be Reckless Youth, but he got signed like right before this.
Oh my God, Abby is huge.
So apparently they tried to get Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow, Terry Funk, and Honky Tonk Man, and Nick Bockwinwall for the show, and they all turned him down.
Yep, they reached out to Sid Vicious, and he had signed with WCW before the show. Yeah, but where do you put those guys? Where do you put the Honky Tonk Man? Where do you put Vader?
Well, if you have them, you probably don't get some of these other guys, you know?
Yeah.
Vader was still having killer matches at this time in Japan.
It would be kind of interesting if they could have pulled off Vader and Sid. Because, that was supposed
that
to
would have
be
been great. So,
supposed to be a
99, I'm pretty sure Vader and Too Cold were teaming for Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Was Abby bleeding already?
Probably.
Sid would have no-showed for a softball game.
Hey, we're not going to disparage the good game of softball. I would do the same
Abby
thing.
is huge, man. Abby is so big.
Max, they used to call me the Sid Vicious of e-fetting for a reason, and it had everything to do with softball.
And I love Sid too. Sid was money.
There's already blood coming out of one-man gangs. I'll make that it's Abdullah that's bleeding from the top of the head. That's where the blood's coming from.
Abdullah already bleeding.
I should have known that this was going to be a wild one.
Yeah. Golly, man.
Sure does.
Abby's head is so gross.
And the thing is, after seeing his dark side of the ring and knowing that he keeps his blades, taped up on his end of his fingers.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what if you're swinging pop somebody with a right, and at just the right angle, you can cut an artery.
Oh yeah, you can cut them wide open, man. Oh. Look at him; he just hits it again. Every time he slams his head in that post, he just hits it again. He's just spreading that hepatitis on the front row.
Mm-hmm. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Who's this random manager? I guess if you paid enough money, you could just manage somebody.
Oh, absolutely. They had to make it somewhere. Wasn't on pay-per-view buys.
Nah, or ticket sales.
It's going to add out on Craigslist at this point in time.
Want to be a manager? Max, you better make it back for the main event. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, now with zero explanation, it is now a tag team main event. Where's Teddy Long at when we need him? Oh, we don't need Teddy. We got Lou Albano. That's right. They made Lou the commissioner on match 3.
Should not be up there.
Well, he's not going to come back.
I mean, who cares about the chairs? I got a chain. Wear the chair home for a necktie.
Abby's getting the shit kicked out of him here, bro.
I don't know how he can breathe, Abby.
See, these men agree that if how can he breathe? Well, I guess through his nose.
Just did it again. Did you see it?
He's hit it. I don't know how many times, man. I mean, the way his head was, he probably could have just touched it with the regular hand and then made it open up, you know? What's in that dark side of the ring? You really think Abdullah the Butcher can't read?
I do not believe, or excuse me, let me rephrase. I do believe that he can read. I do believe that he can.
Yeah, I do too.
I
don't believe he's. Yeah.
I don't think he's as worse for wear as he wants to believe at times. I think that he knew that he had hepatitis. I think he knew he was spreading hepatitis, and it may not be a popular conversation to have, but I mean that's part of why we do this channel. Like, we have fun with it, but these are serious issues. It's a serious situation. When you get in a ring with somebody, like. If Eric, let's say you and I don't know each other and we're booked on a show together. You've never seen me work before. I've never seen you work before. But I have to trust that.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
You see Abdullah?
Yeah. I have to trust that you're going to take care of my body and that you're going to take care of me.
Yeah.
And you have to trust that I'm going to take care of you, too. You can't trust someone, or excuse me, when they break the trust like this, like there's certain things to me in the industry that are just no-goes, and this is one of them. This right here is just. Don't get me wrong. I do think that Abby did tremendous work when he was brawling in those younger years, but now at this point, no, I'm not a fan.
Oh yeah, and then I'm not a Hannibal fan, and what Hannibal wound up doing was. Awful too, but I believe Abdullah knew. I don't think he's as bad off as he tries to make people believe,
Well, part of it is if he comes out and says that he knew, well, now you're liable. Now you're personally liable. And there's that.
Well, I mean, he already lost the lawsuit,
Yeah. And he didn't.
Oh man.
He didn't take care of it. That's a bloodbath.
He got that fork in his mouth. That's what's really grossing me out.
Hey, fork you. It gives new meaning to that, right?
Oh, hit him with the chair. Back in his earlier days, Abdullah was, he was a draw. Like, he was a spectacle. At this point, man,
that chair shot was let's say vicious, but it was mean.
Yeah.
There, Abby says you're not bleeding enough.
Yeah, here comes the elbow. He threw the fork at the guy in the front row,
and we missed the elbow drop because he threw the fork out. I'm not sure I'd be touching it.
Another elbow?
Well, the Butcher's on the chase.
One-man gang leaving Abdullah, stalking him down. He's trying to find his prey, and he found it.
They're coming right to us. We gotta be careful.
One-man gang's pretty bloody too, man.
Yeah, this turned into. I didn't remember it being this ECW-esque, but I think they just counted them out, man.
Double DQ.
And you can kind of tell, like, some of these kids here weren't expecting this. Watch out. You just got hepatitis, bud. Hope it was worth it. Hope you enjoyed your time in the business, because now it's over with. Eric, I do have a question for you, because it is it's almost 11 o'clock. TPW results have been out for probably 5 or 6 hours now. Is the Fed still open?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, because, that Hall of Fame announcement, I was pretty sure it was going to bookend it pretty quick.
We'll see what happens Monday morning.
You got to get through the weekend, right? Oh, Jesus. They're still fighting here. Like, I listen. All right, so
fighting all the way to the back.
I'll say this about this match. Was it good? No. Is it a brawl? Yes.
Was it good? No.
Did it give the fans in attendance here that paid for a ticket something different than what we've seen so far? Yeah, it did. But I also think that they may have went a little too far with it, because I did see some kids that were just like kind of grossed out and creeped out by what they were seeing.
Yeah.
So
was it the worst match? No, it wasn't the worst match.
No.
Right?
No, it wasn't the worst match. Wasn't close to the best match either, but that doesn't say a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, it was very bloody. It was way bloodier than I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it being all that bloody,
I could buy that, too, because these are two big hosses. I could buy the aspect that they're going to try and come in here and just, like, slaughter each other. I can get that. And you kind of had to know anybody that's getting in there with Abdullah the Butcher, like, this is not a match.
Yeah.
This is...
man, these unprotected chair shots, too.
That right there.
Straight to the head.
Damn.
Gosh.
Yeah, this is where I think Gang says I've had enough.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
You think those guys scare me? They don't scare me. I'll run. I can outrun them. They may run you.
They don't scare me. I can outrun them.
Listen, if Dutch is getting out of Dodge, so am I. Let's just be fair.
Yeah.
If I see a man in a poncho hauling ass out of ringside, I'm hightailing it after him too.
That's what I like. Hey, I'll clear it out if you clear it out. Let's fight some more. But what a mess! What some carnage they left out here.
Lexi Gold would have enjoyed that match if she was still in the chat. She would.
Oh yeah.
She's big into those. She likes the hardcore stuff. Oh, I probably wouldn't.
Wouldn't be touching that.
You think Dutch? You all right?
It's 1984.
Why are you trying to delicately?
Oh, they're playing the card game.
Oh shit! Is this Orton and Snuka?
Yeah.
It is. I'm a little upset that Ace don't have his cast.
I know where's the cast.
Hey.
Get him back. You'll pay for this, you punk. You'll pay for this. You'll pay for this.
Oh, Lou's gonna swing a chair at him.
You ain't gonna cheat me.
If this is on the casino floor, hey, where is the rest of the people?
I guess it was a private game in the back. I mean, Bob Orton was sitting at the dealer's seat.
First of all, I feel very honored to be the commissioner here, and I'm going to tell you right now, brothers
The commissioner here.
throughout the world, 48 years of experience, I will call it like I see it. There'll be no favorites, no partiality. I'll do what I gotta do.
Is he gonna ref the match?
Apparently.
Snuka that flies off the top like a bird, baby, like a bee. Oh, unbelievable. He's up against Bob Orton that's made some very derogatory remarks about us. He's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a sneak, and got the brain of a BB. And I want to tell you right now, Bob Orton, we're ready for you.
He's got the brain of a BB.
Brother. He's so good, so fine, he's so sweet. This is the man of the hour, the man of the power. I'm Captain Lou, and I'm telling to you, look out, look out, look out, Bob Orton, because we're ready, baby, we're ready.
Jimmy Snuka has any idea where he's at right now.
He's he is definitely in an altered state.
Yeah. He is out of it, man.
Like he popped the last of his Quaaludes, man.
Get the loots.
Oh man. Okay. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, Randy Orton Sr. here.
Yeah, we got old Cowboy. I'm telling you, he should have had his freaking cast. He didn't have it on like that. That's not the real Cowboy Bob Orton. Bob would have his cast. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
Ace Bob Orton.
Mm-hmm. Man, Roddy and Bob were so fucking good together. Or they not?
Oh yeah, man, he was good back then.
I mean,
like I don't really know why he left. Like what happened with why he left WWF back then?
I think when they had Orndorff, Piper, and Orton together, like that was just a money threesome to me as far as heel talent is concerned. At the time.
Man, a great little stable. Now, wasn't there a story, if I can remember this correctly, you were just talking about Abdullah the Butcher made me think about this. Didn't Bob Orton have hepatitis and then bleed on the Undertaker and get big heat with Undertaker?
Yes, I believe there was.
Or I remember this wrong.
I don't know if it was hepatitis, but I know that there was something because they were going to do and I think they ended up doing a handicap match. But Bob Sr. was pulled from the angle, and I don't know.
Yeah, there was something. He had something.
It very well could have been it.
Okay.
Look,
he walks about as bad as Iron Sheik, man.
Captain Lou Albano. Where's Cyndi Lauper? Give me Quaalude.
Look at his pupils, how dilated they are, man.
He just made a nose gesture. I think he might be playing with some nose candy. He's not on the
His pupils are so dilated, man.
Oh, man. Okay, I gotta go to the restroom. Over.
All right.
Anticipating this one since the card game when we saw that video earlier, knowing that the feelings were running high. Superfly is the rallying call for the fans here at Casino Magic.
I have a thought. It just occurred to me. I have a thought. Okay, Lou. I'm going to bring it.
We heard you, Lou. You have to be working on your match. Lou, go back there. You work on your match. He's coming over here, wants to do the announcing.
Well, he's the commissioner now, see?
Yeah, he can do anything,
Yeah, he can do anything he wants to do. But, a thought just occurred to me. If he, being the commissioner, isn't this like a conflict of interest?
Well, this is his last managerial job tonight. He's stepping down.
You're sure of that?
Yes. We've been...
Well, who told you that?
Yeah, we've gotten...
That's like what?
We do have confirmation.
Yeah, we do.
Are you sure?
No, I didn't see confirmation. Okay, anyway, let's go back to the match here. A classic match here. Jimmy Snuka, Cowboy Bob
in the
Orton.
midsection immediately.
And I don't think he was cheating at the card game, actually. Whoop.
The high flyer right off that rope again. We've seen that for so long. That's reversal. 1, 2, a near pin by Cowboy.
I'm going to tell you, Cowboy Bob Orton, one of the most proficient technical wrestlers ever. Him and Greg Valentine are very proficient technical wrestlers.
Snuka versus Lutz.
Second generation wrestler. Bob Orton Sr., of course, being his father. And Bob Orton Jr., of course, named after him.
Captain Lou giving Superfly some
Come on. Billy.
outside the ring.
I'm going to tell you, Randy, we have turned the clock back tonight. We have turned the clock.
Definitely turn the clock back.
Nostalgia is in.
Wait a minute, an elbow right to the forehead.
This kid is poor. What do you base the match based on that kid's reaction, Max?
The last match with Abdullah the Butcher and one-man gang.
The camera following Jimmy Snuka closely around the ring. Bob Orton, he doesn't miss. See, one thing about it, if you really know what you're looking for and you watch Bob Orton, you'll notice there's not any wasted moves in his action. Every move has a purpose and it means something. He doesn't spend any extra energy that he doesn't need to spend.
Coming up, we have
In his head, like, oh, is this over?
the Anvil Neidhart, and of course,
He's got him hooked for the suplex and puts him down
the
hard.
suplex. Of course, we have the former Yokozuna and King Kong Bundy in the 1,000-pound plus war. Actually, it's closer to 1,100 pounds as Cowboy Bob is flexing.
I'm still recovering from the one-man gang Abdullah encounter that you fans just saw previously.
There's a slam coming.
Oh, he puts him down hard again. I don't know how many slams Snuka's going to be able to take like that. He's,
You're bad here.
Snuka. There's a 2 count, and he's able to kick out at the very last instant. And Snuka's back is bothering him. And he gets hammered right in the back with that leg. We're yelling Superfly here.
That's what he's working on. Bob Orton Jr. working on the small of the back of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. And if he keeps that up, Snuka's going to have a hard time continuing or at least maintaining 100% effort in this match.
Well, Snuka's a man with a
Their heroes from when they were kids.
So he's tough, and normally he can wear opponents down, but he's taking a beating at this stage, and he has to call upon all that reserve.
Well, he may have to call upon some of that experience, too. Bob Orton's going to call upon all of his. Wait a minute. He picks him up over the top, and the grandmama's house we go, puts him down hard again on the small.
Grandmama's house we go.
He needs a chiropractor right now. There's 1, 2.
Bob should have cut a promo saying he was going to win this for Piper.
That's what I said. He better have a coconut.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the chat, man. He better have a coconut. If he doesn't bring out a coconut, I'm going to be very disappointed.
See, he and Snuka's little trunks here. It reminds me from like the commentary from WrestleMania 6, which I think has the best commentary of any WrestleMania ever. Jesse Ventura starts making fun of Jimmy Snuka. It's like, Snuka's tights looks like some underwear my wife's got monsoon.
I can't spit drink on the computer, bro.
Look, Bob Orton's not looking too bad here, honestly.
They've been nemesis for so long, so there's no surprises with Snuka and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yeah, there's a lot of surprise. You see, Randy, that's what I disagree with you. So you're trying to call this like some stupid UCLA Oregon basketball game or football.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out how I would book this card differently with the talent that's on it.
Dutch is getting hot at the commentator.
He's getting a little red-assed out there. Dutch Mantel is the only man to start this show as a heel and transfer into a babyface mid-show. Like, he started off as a heel and was messing with the announcer, and now he's realized this far into it that he's got to get us through it, man.
He's like, this has been rough.
I've been validated. But I went to law school, so I know how to do those things like that. Okay, right here you see Bob Orton, of course. Now I want you to look in the if the camera get in there close in Orton's face.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we're having a lot of fun with this show. Then there's been some okay stuff. But I can't say there hasn't been anything really good. There's been some okay stuff.
Yeah.
We knew what we were getting into when we got into it. To a degree.
Yeah, I don't remember some of it been this bad. Like I said, I remember Stan and Tully been a lot better.
Newly appointed commissioner here.
Playing the should be helping Snuka at this point, who's taking the brunt of this.
Like the commentator just turned heel on Captain Lou for some reason.
Doing a good job of it.
He's doing an excellent job of it.
I'm kind of shocked that they. Oh, that's why they didn't get Brother Brudeye, because he was in WCW at this time as the disciple.
Yeah.
He was still carrying Hogan's weed.
And I don't know who else they could have gotten. That was a legend. You know, they could have wrestled any.
I do. Where's Greg Gagne when you need him?
Well, I'm sure Jimmy Snuka would like to get out of
I don't know. Like in 1999, like, man.
Yeah, that'd have been rough.
I don't know who you could have got, man. Eric Watts.
Oh. Okay, so Orton thus far has probably looked the best off of what I've seen on this show.
He's definitely, I would put him up there, you know. I'm going to say Too Cold was probably the best here, you know.
Well, yeah.
But he's I don't think Don Morocco was still. Yeah, I don't think Don Morocco would have been in WWF at this time.
No, he was.
Don Morocco would have been a free agent. Davey Boy wouldn't have been a free agent. He would have been in WWF at this time.
Hercules Hernandez could have got Herc.
Was he had passed away by then?
Was he what now?
Hadn't he passed away by then, or maybe he didn't?
Yeah, he probably has.
Yeah. Tito Santana, yeah, Tito probably would have been a good one to get.
I would agree with that. Using those knuckles into the face. All the shots.
Has Snuka gotten any offense in on this entire match?
No, none.
So he's going after some of the fans, and now the official he's telling off.
You see those guys out there? You couldn't melt and pour them in a ring with Cowboy Bob Orton.
He has to pay attention to Snuka because Snuka's starting.
Steve Williams.
I think what Orton's thinking about now. I think he's
was he in WCW?
Exactly what he's doing.
I know Steve Williams had a run, but it wasn't long in WCW. I just don't remember the exact time frame. And I think that the Brawl for All was
Russo and then went there. It was the he came in with Oklahoma. Had a run in WCW.
Yes, Wild One. Yes, Dr. D, David fucking Schultz. Give me him all day, every day. I will be a happy man.
Yeah.
Give me Dr. D.
He gonna smack the commentator?
He'll smack anything that moves. He don't care.
Yeah.
He just don't care. I love Dr. D. I need to do a spotlight on him.
Mustafa Saeed, you could have got Mustafa. Oh, Rock and Roll Express definitely should have been on this show, man.
Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat, you know. Oh, look at that sell by Bob Orton. That's nice.
Well, I think Steamboat was aging in WWF at this point. WWE.
He might have been. I don't know if he was or not. But yeah, there were a few more guys that would have been available. You might have been able to get Doug Furnace and Phil LaFon.
Oh, there's a cover there with that count, ref.
Yeah, that's a cover, ref.
That was close. Very close. That referee, I think you give Jimmy Snuka a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there.
Herb Abrams. There's the guy right there. You like my boots?
Man, that was a crazy story too. The Herb Abrams stories.
I'm telling you, one day we're gonna get there with territories, and we'll talk Herb Abrams.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. Chris Adams probably was available. Gentleman Chris Adams.
New 99. He was with WCW.
Was he with WCW?
Yeah,
I remember
When did Thunder become a thing? Was that 98? Late
No,
97?
I think it may be.
Whenever Thunder became a thing, he went under contract with WCW.
January 98.
Yeah, he's under contract with WCW.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think a lot of guys were signed at this time, just chilling, chilling at home making money. Lou, you dirty cheater. But yeah, like Tito Santana, Dom Rockos, that would have been some good ones.
See, here's what I think. If they could have got, there's the sale of the rest. I like it, and there's the here we're going home here. Snuka didn't have to do anything but a crossbody.
Yeah. Kazmaier would have had to deal with ESPN at this time. He was so far going from wrestling, like the world of strongman. I don't think he would have done it if they had asked him. Maybe Dory Funk,
Ooh, hey, you remember? Oh man, do you remember the dude that reffed Funk's last match that was in Beyond the Mat? It was.
Man, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can see his face. I can see him doing the jumping jacks on the tramp.
Let's get that guy because he likes to jump on the trampoline and his snug undies.
You never know where your next match is going to be.
Facts. Could have got him. I would have listened. In all seriousness, if they could have pulled Tito Santana, with what I saw with Bob in this match, because Bob looked good in this match. Let's be fair.
He did. He really did.
I would have loved to have seen Tito and Bob at this point in '99. I think they could have probably done something.
I'm surprised they didn't have Demolition. I mean, Smash might have had a job as Barry Darso in WCW, but Bill Eadie, Axe would have been available.
Oh, the Masked Superstar. Bring back the Masked Superstar gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah. They had the Masked Superstar on here. Bob did a good job in this match, man.
He did. He knew the assignment.
Could have had Bob Armstrong, probably.
Bad. Bad to the bone.
Big splash. Tim Horner probably could have had a good match with somebody on here. Dennis Stamp, that's right, that was his name.
B. Brian Blair. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's get the killer bees.
I'd say Steve Kern, but I think he had a job as a trainer or an agent with WWE at that time.
It's okay, Bob. You single-handedly saved the tail end of this pay-per-view, buddy. Take solace in that as you head back to the back.
It's all downhill from here.
We've seen that magic before. Still to go. We have Jake the Snake Roberts and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and of course the big one, the former Yokozuna.
Are they not smartened up the referees since it was a tag match now?
I don't think they smartened up anybody about that. Oh
man, let's track this.
Shit, here we go. Yep, we're gonna track this bad boy right now. Let me get the volume set.
What I'm saying right now is this. You get a casino, everybody says, well, gosh, a casino, you should gamble. Let me tell you something, Anvil. You don't want to play cards with me because I'll cheat, okay? I cheat. You want to play 21? I got 22. You want to play blackjack? I got 2 of those, too. You want to
Look
play
at his hair.
aces and eights? Maybe I got too many of those, too. Bottom line is this. You do not gamble with me. The only time you should gamble is this. Listen to me. When you walk in a casino and you want to gamble, the main thing is you should realize this. To gamble, you must accept losing. I don't accept losing. And neither does Damien. Damien, my friend. My friend Damien is right here. You see Damien?
Yeah, he just stuck his head out at us.
Nice pile of snake, huh? Oh. You don't want to see us, do you?
Well,
Let me show you something.
Yeah, that's
Let
okay,
me show you
Jake.
No, I tell you what, Anvil. Go ahead, Anvil. Roll the dice.
The bag is
Cameraman,
not
get your ass back
tied.
up here. Hello?
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking to you. Get the camera back up here. That is not what you need to worry about, Anvil. Because the bottom line is this. When the DDT
He sounds
comes,
so drunk.
then the snake comes out. Worry about the DDT. 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 Think about it.
A man of his word, Jake the Snake Roberts. Back to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So do you think Jake Roberts is drunker in this match or in the match that I had with him?
Hard to tell. I think that he's yours, man, because he ranted for like 15 minutes. Like nobody stopped him.
Yeah, maybe longer. Maybe longer.
I think it might have been longer. I think the video is 45 minutes and the match is like 6. And the rest of it is Jake.
Oh man,
just in rare form.
Yeah, very rare form. The Anvil, that big rhino.
Oh, Stu Hart. And like Neidhart's not in bad shape here right now. He did some stuff in TNA years later, and he looked terrible. But here he was still in pretty good shape. I think he just came off of either WCW or WWF. Oh, he doesn't look happy.
Oh no! Would you be happy knowing that you're getting ready to wrestle Jake in the form that he's in?
Oh, I was talking about the little kid at ringside, but yeah, the Anvil doesn't look happy either.
You know who? One guy I'm surprised wasn't on this show. Mo from Men on a Mission. Yeah, that big rhino.
Yeah.
Locally grown here in Biloxi, Gulfport, Mississippi, and he's making his way.
Maybe Bruce Hart.
Look at that face. That face there.
Well, and you with Bruce, you've got to be doing too much all the time.
Yeah.
And then you're Bruce. Like, yeah, Jake does not look good here.
He's thinking right now.
I'm really like the resurrection of Jake the Snake. That's a great documentary. If you guys haven't seen it yet, that documentary video.
Oh yes, I have
awesome.
seen it.
Man, that's a big snake.
It is. That's a monster when he gets him out of that bag, brother. Look, it's trying to lunge out.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Jake has gotten everything back together and is doing a good job right now. He's been doing well for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is an historic night, the first ever Heroes of Wrestling.
Where's he going?
Where's King Kong? Where's the Anvil's partner? Where's King Kong Bundy? Where did he go?
One of his great calculations is to have that snake with him.
He walked back. Look, to me, this has got to be a psychological flaw. If you ask me,
Should have needed an LA Gante.
at ringside, knowing Jim the Anvil Neidhart is not going to mess with that snake, he can leave the snake there. The snake is unprotected, but the snake can protect itself.
Well, the Anvil does not appear to be bothered by it all.
Well,
he's raising his arm, saying, "This doesn't bug me one iota."
Well, it shouldn't bug him because the snake is still in the bag. Yeah, he's still safe.
Here comes Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay, so
that was something else right there.
Very interesting life, and he'll tell you by his own admission, he's made a lot of mistakes, and everybody makes mistakes. Jake has made probably more than his share, but I'm gonna tell you, the people here
They love Jake
Oh.
the Snake.
He was one of the first to come to Casino Magic.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. I knew that was coming and it still got me.
That should be the thumbnail right there. That's the thumbnail. I'm gonna have to find it. Where are we at on this fucking
Screenshot it.
We're 2 hours 19 minutes. Somebody DM me 2 hours and 19 minutes. Just do it now.
Dude, what is it?
2 hours 19 minutes. I'll find it. You just send me the message because I don't have my notepad beside me to cue timestamps. We haven't had to do this in so long.
They could have got. I just thought about this, thinking about people that you could have got for this show. They could have got Dennis Condrey and had the duo of the Midnight Express they've never had before.
I'm here for it.
Dennis and Stan.
Yep. Maybe you put Dennis and Stan in there against Luke and Butch. And
oh man, I wouldn't do that to Dennis and Stan.
Well, I mean, who else you got? What? I thought this was supposed to be a tag match. What?
That's what everybody was saying. Like, what? I thought this was.
I know it ends in a tag match.
Yeah, they come out like in the middle of the match or something. I'm not sure. Kamala? They got Kamala for this?
Yeah.
Right.
14 feet. How do you know? That's what they told me. It's written down right in front of us. 14 feet.
That's how you know. He's like, it's written down right in front of us.
No, I'm not getting that close to the snake.
I do want to point out that that Jake has tied the amount of offensive moves in his match against Eric the Lariat Steele.
Jake, I think we're going to test the strength.
No, you didn't do a test of strength with Jake. Y'all just did wrist locks. And
yeah, I did. We did a test of strength, and I had to pick him up off the mat in the test of strength.
But you took it right into a wrist lock again.
Probably. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's all Jake did was slip down the back.
And then he asked me, he's like, you want to move in with me? And I was like, I don't know about it. I don't know, man.
You want to move in with me? No, brother, I'm okay.
You can come live with me in Florida. And I was like, let me think about it and get some stuff in order. I'll give you a call. All right.
No, I'm okay.
Here's where that strength comes into play.
Forgot where I was going. Oh, the slip down the back and the DDT. That was it. I went. Phantom title change. Heard.
Oh my gosh, what a night that was.
Let me ask you this. You and I, we talk wrestling, and when we've talked a little bit about your career, a little bit about my career as we've done our program on Saturday mornings, but something that I don't think I've ever bothered to ask you, or just hasn't come up. Like, what's been the best show that you've been on? Whether you had a kick-ass match or you had a kick-ass opponent, or just in general the best show that you can remember. Oh, the snake's getting out of the bag, bro. But
man, best show, I don't know. So like, as far as the best crowd, I don't know, like the best show. Two pop out to mind. So there's this Navy base. It's not in West Virginia where they've closed it down. But there was a Navy base in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia, and a guy would run it on the 4th of July. And there was it's outside at this Navy base, and there's probably 6,000 people there. And it's in the middle of nowhere. There's probably 6,000 people there at this. And guys that run the show, so you had some guys who were so you had Chris Hamrick, the Maestro. Then you had a lot of guys who wound up going to WWF, like Julio De Niro was on the show. Luke Gallows was on this show. I'm trying to think who else, but like it was a huge crowd. Like there was a lot of guys there that wound up like going on this, get signed or have like bigger careers. Oh my gosh, Jake. Maybe that's the thumbnail. What if that snake just turned around and bit him? Or there was like a show. There's this guy that ran in Huntington. It was called 304 Wrestling. He run like once a month, and we were drawing like 400 people a month. And like at the big show that they ran every year, there was probably like 600 people there, and I wrestled Rhino in the main event. And that was probably the best match I ever had. But so you had like Rhino, M-Dog 20, Zach Gallen, Sabu, all on the show. There's probably 600 people there. The dude that is Sam Adonis was on the show. He wasn't Sam Adonis yet. And the guy that wound up becoming Elias was on the show, but he hadn't been in WWF yet as Elias either.
Wait a minute, the snake is out, the referee is out, everybody's out now. King Kong Bundy joining.
So it was before you could walk with Elias, huh?
Yeah. Well, she's back on the Indies now too.
Yes, he is. He's got a couple of dates already announced. Listen, I'm telling you, the last couple of weeks, the first quarter of this year, as far as indie dates and big indie shows and prominent indie federations, there are some hella dream matches out there that haven't happened.
Man, I thought Elias was really good. Like, I was super into the gimmick, like the guitar playing gimmick. I thought he was a good worker. I thought he had a really good look. Like, so I'm hoping he has kind of like a resurgence, you know?
Yeah, he's going out as Elijah on the Indies now.
Yeah. And I liked him because one thing, he started wearing these shirts, these Disciple Threads is the name of the clothing line. And like his last run when he was on TV, I'd see him wearing them. I'm like, hey, I got that shirt. Like, I wear. It's like a small Christian clothing company. The guy that started the company was like, he's a tattoo artist, and then when he became a Christian, he started doing like shirts. And I noticed like Elias wearing them, and they started like showing Elias wearing them, and I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Like, he's wearing this shirt, so I got. And then he stopped being on television. But like I said, I really enjoyed his character. Thought he was a good worker, great look. So you know, I'm hoping he has a resurgence here on the Indies.
I think he was misused a little bit. There was a point where he was getting over on the main roster.
Yeah.
And it was all...
I mean, he had a run with Cena, you know? Got to do stuff with Cena.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But that gimmick that they stuck him with, you know, you could only do that for so long. And then they did the stuff with him and Rick Boogs, you know?
Rick.
And that is kind of like Rick Boogs just kind of took his character. So I was watching Rick Boogs on YouTube before I didn't even know he was a wrestler. I watched like his lifting stuff with Juju Mitsu, if people know who that is. He's pretty big in the online fitness community. And I was like, man, this dude is a hoss. Like, he's pretty funny. And then I hadn't watched WWF in a while, and I just turned over to WWF one day. I was like, is that dude from the Juju Mitsu? I was like, I didn't know this guy wrestled. So where's Yoko? Jake's partner isn't out here.
Well, I'm kind of curious if they sent Bundy out because Jake got the snake out. Because Bundy was
I mean, they announced earlier that, hey, it's a tag match, so... I would have done Bundy in one-man gang.
Yeah.
I think.
I could see that.
It's a Texas match, like a UWF match. You know?
He's got by with it for years and years and years and years. And to me, I think it's finally somebody put a stop to it. They finally taught this man a lesson that...
I might have put Neidhart in there with Tully.
Yeah. Here comes Yoko.
Oh.
And Yoko's looking big.
He's looking rough. This is his last in ring.
You think he's 600 pounds?
Yes. I think he's probably more than.
what he thinks of King Kong Bundy.
Man, big boy.
He is.
Are they going to start their match right now?
And he was really good too. When he was like, man, his legs are so big. When he was like, even like maybe 500 pounds, he could still go like 500 pounds. But he's 400 pounds in the 90s, like, and he was good.
Let me just explain to everybody what we saw here. We saw a singles match devolve into a tag match that was advertised as a tag match to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was advertised as 2 singles matches.
Yes,
Halfway
sorry.
through, they
Yes.
turned it into a tag. And then it started out as 2 singles and turned into a tag.
Yeah. Where's
And
Teddy
they just
Long
get an
at?
announcement
We
saying
need
this is
him.
now a tag team match.
Playa. Where's Teddy Long?
This is a tag team match, player. He could have probably had Butch Reed in this.
Yeah.
My Teddy Long made me think about Doom.
How about Dick Slater? Dick Murdoch.
No, Dick Slater wasn't in jail yet. Dick Murdoch probably was available.
He's holding his ribs.
Bunkhouse Buck, maybe.
Got Baby Fester at ringside. Where did he come from?
Who's this guy? Another random manager. He said, maybe it's his kid. Because Touch Mantel said, who's this guy? And he said, maybe it's Bundy's kid.
We don't even know who this guy is, but a lot of people springing up here tonight. We don't even know who they are, but
This thing was man. If I'd paid, I remember wanting to watch this on pay-per-view, thinking this was going to be cool. I'd have been so mad if I'd paid for this on pay-per-view. What if Jake just threw up in the middle of the ring?
Why would you say that? Because it could possibly happen. Why do you do that to me, bro? I don't understand. What did I do to you to warrant that? Because you just took me to fucking Shane Douglas and Raven and from TNA, or Douglas.
Oh, man.
3 times in the ring.
I just listened to Shane Douglas's podcast where he was talking about when that happened. Not too long ago.
That's a good show too. I catch that one. Every
it's
week.
pretty good.
Yeah.
a great show. Legends.
Oh.
Legends galore tonight. Jake the Snake, Abdullah the Butcher, King Kong Bundy, Yokozuna.
Well, listen. Let me ask you this: what are you thinking about the channel branching out and doing interviews with some of these indie guys? Like it finally happening.
I think it's awesome, man.
After we've all been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it.
Yeah.
I
think that's going to help get a lot of views, and just help grow the channel. I never seen that before.
A
Just
double
put up 2 chairs.
A double
smack 'em
chair.
with it.
Well, here's my thought. And this is the process that I'm doing with it. And both of these guys are doing this free of charge. Like I want to help your channel.
Yeah.
All right, so because we're promoting their shit, like it's going out of style. My thought process is that with Redshaw being in the UK and not the UK, excuse me, in Australia, I've been up since 4:30 a.m. this morning, guys. Give me a fucking break. It's almost midnight.
Oh gosh!
Damn.
Bundy just drilled Jake.
Stay down. Stay down to the finish.
Don't come in.
My thought process is that Redshaw is going to show this to the Riot City roster and the Melbourne City roster, and there are several talents that are involved with those promotions that do follow our social media account. And my thought is that somebody's going to like it. It's not going to be a live interview. I'm going to pre-tape it so I can edit in some video clips and odds and ends and try and do a real professional thing here. My thought is that they're going to show it to the rosters, and somebody off of the 6 locker rooms between these 2 guys, somebody's going to want to say, hey, you know what? That came across pretty well. Maybe we'll go talk to him too.
Yeah.
Bring the eyes to the channels and See what we can do with it, man. Like, this is just getting started. I tell John, I'll tell you. And this is a secret, so don't tell nobody.
All right. I don't think anybody's listening.
I don't think anybody's listening. I was like, watch what I'm telling you. By the end of the year, there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot. I don't want to get into too much because I don't want to toot our own horn, and I don't want to put the horse before the race. But for us to do this, literally just watching wrestling. Getting the reactions that we get, and it's kind of like humbling is probably the best word to use, because we watch this shit anyway.
I mean, we probably wouldn't have been watching this, but
no, absolutely not. We would be watching some Dusty and Horseman or something, Oh, he just took his shoe off. But I say that's kind of my plan. I really think that we'll be doing at least one feature spot a month with an independent talent, and then maybe two. We'll see.
That'd be awesome, man.
I'm gonna do a. I was gonna talk to you about this before I just up and did it, but I started another show, which is the independent spotlights, like taking independent talent, same concept that we do on Thursdays. Oh, Yoko's in. Hold on, we'll come back around to this.
Yeah,
Yoko is all over. Go ahead.
Anvil looks like he's in pretty good shape here, man. Like you said earlier, like he's pretty jacked.
He is. And so like that's why I was thinking when I said let's put him in there with Tully on this show, because Tully looked good.
Or Bob,
Oh, there's the splash.
Oh, big splash. Like, let's get it over with.
So this, I remember the story now why this was turned into a tag match is because Yoko and Bundy both refused to put the other one over. If I'm not mistaken.
That makes sense. I'm not putting him over.
Jake said, I'll take the fall.
So I can't remember who it was that Bundy said this to. But he said this as like, if you beat me, it's only going to hurt you because nobody would believe that you could beat me. So it's just going to hurt your credibility and hurt the business. I can't remember who Bundy said that to.
Uh-oh.
The little Bundy in the ring.
Here's what I was saying as we wait for it. It's Baby Fester, I told you.
Little Bundy.
Are we going to see a DDT?
Little Bundy may take the ass kicking that they wanted to give to.
Takes him up. Oh, that was a bad landing.
I thought he was going to kill that guy, but he didn't land on him, man. He protected him.
That's a 650-plus man right there, and Little Bundy.
Okay, so here we go. Independent spotlight on Eric the Lariat Steele.
Oh, man.
I want to try and do a spotlight on the Lariat.
I'm down for it, man.
I will show you.
You gotta find some good footage.
I'll do yours like I'm doing Red Shaw's and the Beast Kings. I'll do it not as a live show, as a taped show. So yeah, speaking of shows, this one just abruptly goes off the air. This is a thing.
Turned off, guys.
They were in the midst of oh wait.
They're back.
Wait a minute here. We have some extra footage.
Yeah, it says full ending. Oh,
yeah. Well, there we go. There's your full ending. They cut back in and
I guess
cut back out.
Are we? Is it? Are we good? Is there more? What's going on?
Trying to say, yeah, I think we're good.
All right, we got the DirecTV logo.
I think we're good. The DirecTV logo goes. So anyway, let's do yours the way I'll do theirs is do a pre-tape on it and send it to you and let you look at it and then you tell me, because I don't do that for everybody. Just do that for the special ones.
That'd be awesome, man.
And then if there's something in there, if there's something on there for real that you don't like or you don't think is good, then it's a pre-tape, so I can cut it out. I can get it right and then do a live show on it. So boom, that's how you do that. We're gonna do it on Eric the Lariat Steel at some point, bro. That show was terrible.
It was, atrocious. Is that the right word? I don't know if terrible does it justice. That was really, really bad. Worse than I remember.
It definitely was not a good one. So I do want to ask, what do you think the worst match on the show was, and why?
The worst match on the show, probably the Bushwackers and Iron Sheik and Nikita Koloff. Not Koloff. Not Nikita Koloff would have been available. Nikolai Volkoff. Just because nobody in that match could really move or do anything. The main event was pretty terrible too, but I mean, Anvil was in good shape and he was trying. It was pretty terrible. But yeah, I want to say Bushwackers and Sheik and Koloff.
I think
Volkoff.
I think the first 2 hours and 40 minutes of this was pretty terrible.
The first 2 hours and 40 minutes. Besides match 3, I would never watch any of it again.
I thought Scorpio looked good. No, we had fun. And again, that's what this show was all about. It's about having fun. I do think that there was some silver linings in this. Again, I think Bob Orton looked tremendous. I thought he looked good for an older talent at that point. And I'm still on the fence on the Abbey gang brawl. Because if they were gonna do a second show like that, I could see that being a piece of that, but they would have to tone it down a little bit.
Tully promo was really good.
Tully and Stan wasn't bad. So I really think if I had to give
the promo though, is what I'm talking about.
2 matches would be the Scorpio Julio match and probably Tully and Stan. Those were the everything else I could have went without.
Yeah,
I'd have to see it.
Mostly the promo was really good. The match was not what I remember, but the promo was solid.
The best part of this show, and I called it when it happened, was the Tully promo. I said, "We're not beating that. We can go home." And
it was even better than the Scorpio match. So,
there you go, man. Guys, listen, I know that we got several of you in the room, man. We appreciate you guys coming out tonight and hanging out with us and making this more entertaining for us to get through. I'm gonna keep it real. Why it's labeled as one of the worst shows of all time did not feel like 2 hours and 40 minutes. It did not feel like it felt like it was shorter than that. So it kind of blew by, which means that, I think at the end of the day, when you're putting on a wrestling show, it's about entertaining in some fashion. And if it didn't feel like almost 3 hours, maybe they did their job, and it was supposed to be terrible because it's the only way people would get through it. I don't know.
It was supposed to be ironic, right? You watch it ironically?
I mean, isn't it? Is it like rain on your wedding day? Is it for your eye?
It's like 2,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
There you go. Listen, man, what do you want to say to the people before we close out?
Hey, just thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, following, and spreading the message, man. Spreading the product. We appreciate you guys, hanging in there with us and spending your Friday night watching this with us.
It's been fun. We will not be on the air in the morning. Obviously, we elected to do the show tonight. We will take off tomorrow morning. Guys, we appreciate everything. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. for Women's Wrestling Takeover. Wrestling Request Live at 3 p.m. on Sunday. And then Inside the Indies Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So for Eric the Lariat Steel, I am Chris Page. We are saying thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.